Hello, everyone. Welcome to PWF Burnout. Thank you so much. Now we are starting with the first match, and it is for the PWF Ascension Championship, and it is a dog collar match.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PWF Burnout, the biggest show of the year for our promotion. I am the Professor Trent Gilbo. Alongside me is Dan Miller, and returning to our commentary table tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Mr. Jacob King. Great to have you back here, side by side, old friend.
Introducing first, from Lake Whitney, Texas, 5-star sugar, Caine Carter.
Well, I tell you, Trent, it is good to be back, and I am happy to see this man, Caine Carter, still walking out with that Ascension Championship over his shoulder. What a talent is Caine Carter. It's been a while since I've seen him. Can't wait to see what he's up to. Hasn't changed his haircut since the last time I saw him, unfortunately.
Now, Caine Carter's been holding that Ascension Championship for 245 days and counting, but tonight could very well be the night that the 245-day reign ends at the hands of a PWF original, T-Ray.
I tell you, I don't know if I buy that, Trent. T-Ray, as much as he is a legend in this sport, I think the words washed up come to mind whenever I look at T-Ray. I mean, the man has powdered donuts for knees at this point in his career. I'm surprised he managed to last this far into his so-called comeback.
Well, you know, Caine Carter, he's been the one that people have alleged has been running away from T-Ray as of late. You know, last time we saw T-Ray and Caine Carter in a matchup, Caine Carter skipped town.
He jumped in a car right outside here at Premier Arena and left abruptly.
Well, I'm sure he had a pressing engagement that he had to get to. He's not going to do that just for no reason whatsoever. Caine Carter would not do that. He's a stand-up guy.
Well, certainly that won't be happening tonight when those two men are chained together via dog collar.
Nowhere to go.
Kicking us off here, Burnout number 5, Houston Premier Arena, PWF.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who's watching at home on IWTV. Live once again. And you know, I got to tell you, as far as whenever I started this year, I did not expect to have to call 2 brutal dog collar matches for PWF, and yet here we are, the second of the year. The last time we witnessed one here in this building, things got a little intense, to say the least.
And his opponent, from Wisham motherfucking Wood, weighing in at 260 pounds, T-Ray.
T-Ray making his way out here for this dog collar match. Lots of history between these two individuals dating back to late last year. As members of Disarray, the team that T-Ray formed, and Caine Carter took it upon himself to take the ball and run with it, so to say.
Well, you know, Caine Carter is not taking his eyes off of T-Ray.
No, ever since T-Ray made his way out here, good call, Dan. Caine Carter has locked eyes on T-Ray.
Well, Caine Carter's no dummy. He knows that T-Ray is a legend in the Texas independent wrestling scene, and despite the fact that his bones may be made of powder at this point, T-Ray is dangerous and a little pissed off. Calm down, T-Ray.
Well, not only that, but Caine Carter knows how important that Ascension title is. That guarantees him a shot at the world title at any time.
T-Ray is a former PWF Premier Champion. You have to imagine it would be a nice little bookend to whatever part of this career is for him to pick up that championship yet again. So definitely an amazing opportunity.
Yes, but on the other side, Caine Carter, not a force to be reckoned with here at PWF, and certainly his eyes are on that world title. And I'm sure holding on to that Ascension Championship is a big part of how he plans on attaining that championship.
well, everyone that's held that Ascension Championship, Dan, as you very well know, has went on to become PWF Premier Champion. So that championship right there on the line is basically a golden ticket to the Premier Championship, which we'll see on the line here later tonight with Brick Savage and Mysterious Q.
High stakes starting us off here at Burnout 5.
And T-Ray looking to play a little tug of war with Sugar Cane Carter.
Caine ain't going to be running away after this match.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, no cars to jump in and drive off this time.
Looks like Caine Carter might be trying to talk things out with T-Ray. Not exactly the most brilliant strategy in a dog collar match. I feel like the time for talking is over.
Well, maybe Caine Carter's hoping that, you know, bringing up some of the history in disarray can maybe dissuade T-Ray from taking out some punishment on his former predecessor.
Well, you also got to think maybe Caine Carter's playing a little mind games.
Well, now we've got ourselves a fist fight in the center of the ring.
T-Ray taking control, missed on that clothesline, and Caine Carter heading to the outside. Oh, looking for some plunder underneath the ring.
Looking for plunder, exactly.
Oh, and Caine. Well, T-Ray's trying to pull Caine Carter back in, and oh, Caine had turned around and now effectively choking himself with that dog collar. That dog collar just as illegal as a clothesline in this matchup. And Caine Carter wrapping it around his wrist, looking to do so right now. Missed on that. T-Ray picking him up. And an atomic drop. Oh,
Whoa.
Caught Caine Carter and a German suplex. There's the strength on display from T-Ray.
And that's what Caine Carter's got to be on the lookout for. T-Ray, he may be as ancient as Methuselah, but he can still throw you around with the best of them.
T-Ray taking it to Caine Carter early. Those big shoulder blocks right in the corner there, as Caine Carter already reeling early on as that chain starts to get wrapped around the neck of Sugar Cane Carter.
And that haircut playing a factor right there, Jacob. That chain getting in the way.
I've tried to warn him about that haircut several times.
Whoa!
Oh, my.
Thrown across the ring.
That big dog collar Beal sends Sugar Cane coast to coast as T-Ray continues to wrap that chain around the neck of the Ascension champion.
He's looking to do it one more time as the fans are calling for it. And T-Ray, powering Caine over. Caine trying to pump on the brakes there midair. T-Ray not having any of it as he continued to throw the Ascension champion clear across the ring.
Absolutely, T-Ray tossing Caine Carter, getting some serious airtime there. Again, only slowed down by the drag coefficient of that haircut.
I appreciate the knowledge that you're bringing here tonight.
And now T-Ray chops down Caine Carter, vicious knife edge chop. The man can hit. I can speak from firsthand experience.
Oh, that's true. You and T-Ray have a little bit of a history as well. And T-Ray now looking to end things. It could be going for the T5 here early on. Oh, Caine Carter landing on his feet. Oh, pull T-Ray down with that chain.
Look at that, absolutely playing into the advantage that this type of match gives Caine Carter, the ability to think on his feet, be quick on his toes, and come up with some violent offense.
Well, that shows exactly the effectiveness that the chain can be in this dog collar match. In an instant, can provide a moment for you to change the momentum in this matchup. You hear the HPA faithful here saying their feelings on Caine Carter.
Yeah, well, what do they know? Caine Carter taking the time to utilize that chain, slowly and methodically planning his offense and letting this crowd know exactly how he feels about them. It's a two-way street, Trent.
Well, Caine Carter, no love lost for the fans here as well. And I mean, we even have some fans on the front row that they call themselves the FCC girls. I'm not gonna say on air what that means.
It's not an FTC broadcast. You can say whatever you want. T-Ray fired back up, throwing hard shots at Caine Carter, rocking him.
Oh, bionic elbow. Call back to the past there.
Come on, Caine. Leave T-Ray in the past and show him what the future looks like. You can't let yourself get knocked down by these old school tricks.
Oh, my. And, belly to belly suplex over the top rope to the outside. And Caine Carter came crashing down onto the floor. Referee checking in.
I recognize that this is a dog collar match, but there needs to be some sort of limit that the referee places on this in regards to the performer's safety. Caine Carter could have broken his neck falling to the outside like that.
This is one of the most brutal matchups that you can have in professional wrestling, a dog collar match. We've seen in the history of professional wrestling one of the bloodiest battles take place inside the ring with these matchups. And there you see T-Ray using all of his body weight, going over the top rope with a cross body, crashing down, and both men are down on the outside. T-Ray quickly back up to his feet. Well, these fans love and appreciate T-Ray. I can't say the same about some people sitting next to me, and I can understand that.
Well, Caine Carter is an acquired taste. You have to watch carefully to understand the brilliance of Caine Carter. I myself did not understand what Caine Carter was capable of, but this year has proven that Caine Carter is a generational talent. That's why he's carrying that Ascension Championship. That's why T-Ray, as much as he's in the driver's seat right now, needs to be very careful, because Caine Carter is one of the most dangerous individuals to ever step foot in that ring.
Oh, and showing that right there.
Right there.
Using that chain to pull T-Ray face first into the post, doing it once more. Well, T-Ray is going to be seeing plenty of stars here, not the ones in the sky. Right there, crashing face first in that steel post.
Yeah, Caine Carter trying to accomplish that bucket list item for T-Ray of walking away with CTE. And now again on the outside, utilizing that chain.
Oh, wrapping it around the post as well as T-Ray now. Oh, wrapping T-Ray around the post. I mean, I know.
Nowhere to go for T-Ray. See what I mean about the danger? And look at this.
Oh, my gosh. T-Ray's got nowhere to go. He's also getting choked out by the chain. Well, T-Ray's got to think about his future here. I know that T-Ray's just recently back off of retirement, but
T-Ray has kids, several kids, more kids than any one man should have. He needs to consider those children at this point. And it's over. The referee has called for the bell.
Well, the referee, I guess, looking out for the safety of T-Ray, putting an end to this matchup as T-Ray really wrapped up, had nowhere to go and getting choked out. I mean, there was no way T-Ray was going to, submit in this matchup.
Well, T-Ray has gone basically limp. Caine Carter trying to roll him back in the ring. I guess that was a false call for the bell because this is still going on.
Well, it looks like the matchup is continuing, but I mean, like, unless my ears are deceiving me, and I know I'm a little old, but I believe I heard a bell, but my wife tells me I hear things all the time, so.
Maybe it was just some crazy Lucha fans hitting a cowbell. It happens here. 1, 2, and a kick out somehow. T-Ray still with the life.
Oh, Carter going for the Carter crossface now.
Referee in there checking on T-Ray. I'm not sure how much longer the ray of light can hold out. Sun might be setting on T-Ray here. The fans trying to get T-Ray back into it.
Well, T-Ray pushing himself up, trying to get some leverage off, and is able to do so, picking Carter up, has him in position with a T5, and connects. The T5 connecting, but both men now are down. T-Ray put everything he had left in it, which had to be not much. I mean, we've seen the punishment dished out from Caine Carter on T-Ray so far.
Yeah, T-Ray probably doesn't even know where he is right now. He probably thinks he's in Brother Please or wherever it is he thinks he comes from. but this is Houston Premier Arena. This is Burnout 2024, and he makes a cover. 1, 2, 3. No!
Only 2, my goodness.
Caine Carter able to get that shoulder up. Too little, too late, T-Ray.
Oh, there you see T-Ray gasping for air as that collar wrapped around his neck at many times throughout this match has been choking the air out of him. Now trying to get the chain in position to use it as a weapon. Oh, Caine Carter's back is prone on the mat. In position, T-Ray looking to dish out some very, very harsh punishment. Oh, whipping the chain across his back.
Oh, Caine, you need to get out of there. You need to
Oh!
put some separation as much as that chain will allow between yourself and T-Ray, or you're going to be joining me on the kidney transplant list here in about 5 minutes.
Oh, now just whipping him like a government mule. Caine begging off, asking T-Ray that that's enough punishment. No, T-Ray not finished by a long shot now, wrapping that chain all up and down his arm. Oh, a low blow from Caine Carter. Desperate times, desperate measures, but all legal here. Picking up T-Ray. Oh, a pile driver. A pile driver by Caine Carter, now rolling T-Ray back away from the ropes.
And he's going to lock that crossface in again, and this time he's got that chain.
Oh, no.
Just wrenching back on the throat of T-Ray.
All the pressure wrenched back on that neck. T-Ray looks like he could be fading real quick. The fans trying to will T-Ray out of this maneuver, but I don't see how. T-Ray's not really anywhere near the ropes that he can break this.
And there we go. Now he's calling for it.
Now the real bell is rung as T-Ray's passed out. The referee called for the bell, and Caine Carter has retained this title.
Caine Carter choking out T-Ray.
Your winner, and still the PWF Ascension Champion, Caine Carter.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is a bad, bad man with an equally bad haircut, but he's still the Ascension Champion.
What a tremendous display by Caine Carter. Beat the hell out of T-Ray.
I mean, it was such a brutal match. It left you speechless for most of it, Dan.
Yeah, Caine Carter doing exactly what Caine Carter does, and that's not holding back, looking for the opportunity, seizing the moment, and walking away still your PWF Ascension Champion.
Caine Carter putting T-Ray through hell, because it's all about that, the Ascension Championship.
That's right, and as our officiating staff helps T-Ray to the back, he's going to make a phone call to Medicare Part B to get that throat looked at.
Yeah, that was a brutal moment in the matchup. T-Ray wrapped around the steel post and the chain wrapped around his neck as well.
Yeah, Caine Carter proving here tonight with that Ascension Championship in hand that PWF is no country for old men, all right? It is the reign of Carter.
Well, as you see Caine Carter showing off that Ascension Championship, it could very well be the premier championship at Caine Carter's choosing, but we will have to see when that moment in time happens once again. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic matchup as we continue on.
Time for T-Ray and Caine Carter. Now, the following contest is a triple threat match and is for the Premier Lucha Championship.
Well, we go from one championship matchup to another. That's going to be the storyline for tonight. Gold on gold on gold. As we host another Premier Lucha Championship match.
Multi-man madness here for the Premier Lucha Championship. Erod making his return to the HPA here to challenge for that Lucha Championship.
Introducing first from South Houston, Texas, weighing in at 188 pounds, Erod.
Erod, the inaugural PWF Premier Champion. We mention it almost every time the man comes out here. Championship gold on his mind here tonight.
I'm going to say, you're starting to sound a lot like Haley, Trent.
Well, I'm not quite the history aficionado of PWF. That is Haley Danielle. Haley has done her homework and studied a lot of PWF over the course of the last 5 years of shows that PWF have put on. You want to ask a question about PWF history, you can ask Haley Danielle. We wish her the best, by the way, feeling under the weather here tonight. But we appreciate Ashley being able to be our ring announcer here tonight. But it's magic time, ladies and gentlemen, here in Houston Premier Arena.
Another big return here to the HPA, Lil Papi.
From Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Little Papi.
Yeah, here comes Little Papi making a return. Not entirely sure he's at 100%. Definitely won't be after this match, considering the competition he's in there with. You got Erod, the inaugural PWF champion, as you said. He's going to be facing off against none other than Lowrider, the king of 420 style, one of the hardest hitting sons of bitches I've ever met in my life, and someone who has carried that Premier Lucha Championship for God knows how long at this point. It's going to be one hell of a matchup.
Expect to see a lot of high-flying action here, as one would come to expect from the Premier Lucha Championship. And some high-flying dancing as well from Lil Papi.
Oh, Lil Papi trying to encourage Ashley to get in a little dance move here.
Oh, jeez.
That's one of the reasons why Lil Papi is a fan favorite here in PWF.
Jacob, you got moves like that? I know Gilbo doesn't.
I've got knees that are only 2 years shy of being called T-Ray. I'm not busting a move anytime soon. But I tell you what, Lil Papi, as far as dance moves are concerned, it hasn't really helped him out much in his championship pursuits here at PWF, to say the least. Dance all you want, but you can't dance around the fact that he is titleless at the moment.
Yes, at the moment, but by the time this matchup ends, could Little Papi be holding championship gold once more? Speaking of championship gold, the Premier Lucha champion making his way out here tonight at Burnout for this championship defense.
From the Hyrule Castle, he's the PWF Premier Lucha champion, Lowrider.
Lowrider coming out decked in gold. A champion's champion if there ever was one. Lowrider, one of the embodiments of Houston Lucha culture. And as I said, one of the hardest hitting individuals you will ever see step in between those ropes.
We see that katana sword that Lowrider has been coming out with here in the recent months. I got a moment to talk to him before the show to get a little story on the katana sword. It's inspiration that Lowrider gets from his hours long of playing The Legend of Zelda. The katana sword, as you mentioned, Link in The Legend of Zelda has a sword himself, Dan, and Lowrider wants to become the Legend of Houston, in his own words.
Well, he's well on his way, Trent, I'll tell you that much. I've called so many classic Lowrider matches at this point that I've probably forgotten more than most people will ever have the opportunity to see.
Well, hey, this is a three-way. Is that sword legal?
I suppose so.
Well, you got that right, Gilbo.
Yes, you're right. And then we've seen Lowrider do some very hardcore type things in some of his matchups before, so yeah, I wouldn't put the sword being past him being used.
I can attest firsthand. I have seen Deathmatch Lowrider, and it is something to behold. But here tonight, I feel Lowrider is going to keep to the tradition of Lucha Libre here on the big stage that is PWF Burnout. I can't imagine that he would try to sully his reputation by bringing the sword into the match. That is a symbol of everything that Lowrider wants to be, and I don't think that he wants to spill any blood on it, let's be perfectly honest.
We don't want to get any blood on that beautiful new canvas that we are unveiling here at Burnout tonight.
Big Lucha action on deck. With the title presented. Lowrider getting the HBA faithful all hyped up. And we are underway now.
There's our bell. And the fans are chanting yo here at Houston Premier Arena, a familiar chant every time Lowrider walks through that curtain. These people love that guy.
The Premier Lucha Championship on the line, fans, here tonight. A championship that was unveiled 1 year ago on this very event. And Lowrider, ever since becoming the PWF Lucha champion back in April, has been defending it in any promotion that has stepped foot here and performed a show here in the HPA against the likes of people like Dmitry Alexandrov, all sorts of other deathmatch type competitors. And there you see Lowrider going to the outside. Erod, arm drag, sending Papi out there as well. And here comes Erod.
Whoa!
Whoa, suicide dive right in the front row.
Erod making a statement early in this Lucha Championship match. Taking both guys to the outside, big suicide dive, and now Erod takes control with a big overhand shot to the champion. Lil Papi not able to get out of dodge this time as Erod gets another overhand shot.
You got to imagine if you're Lowrider, you got to be in a certain frame of mind for a matchup like this because you've got two competitors in Erod and you've got Lil Papi, both who have been chasing gold and who want a title back around their waist. That puts Lowrider on the defensive, and also he does not have to be involved in the finish here tonight to lose that championship.
Erod off the top, head scissor takeover on Lowrider.
So you have got to imagine Lowrider is going to be more aggressive than we usually see him in these type of title situations.
There you see the eyes in the back of their head you need to have. Erod placating to the fans and Lil Papi able to take advantage.
Erod taken for a ride by Lil Papi with a huge fisherman buster as Papi and Erod head to the outside, but here comes Lowrider.
Oh, Papi got caught right Lowrider. Here comes Lowrider
Here
now.
we go.
His turn.
Oh.
Suicide dive to the front row on the other side of the ring. Good grief.
You know, we really should invest in barricades.
I think that would be much more painful to the competitors, but
That doesn't sound like a negative.
Maybe padded walls.
This is a combat sport.
well, the fans here in the front row for sure getting their money's worth.
You can hear that chop echoing in Houston Premier Arena, even over the shouts of the crowd. Oof. Big oof.
You do not want to be on the other side of a Lowrider chop, as Lil Papi just was. As Lowrider, getting the crowd into it right now. And as you said, Jacob, Lowrider taking to the offense, sense of urgency, wanting to keep that belt around his waist. This legendary run that he has had as Lucha champion here at PWF.
Well, Lowrider doing a decent job so far of keeping equal offense on both competitors. Now going up top. Crossbody on both opponents.
Yeah, Lowrider able to take out two birds with one stone while possibly stoned. I can't tell.
Oh, Lowrider bouncing off the top rope, sending both his challengers to the opposite end. Going after Erod now at the headlock. Oh, got a head scissor takeover on Papi simultaneously.
I am always awestruck by exactly how much high energy there is to 420 style. Kind of ironic if you think about it.
Oh, Erod sending Lowrider down, and now Papi up on the top turnbuckle.
Watch out, Erod.
Oh, huge top rope arm drag taking Erod down. And now Papi in control right now of the momentum.
Papi
lined up.
Whoa.
Springboard moonsault to the outside.
Huge flurry from Lil Papi right now. Taking it to Lowrider.
Big, big chop from Lil Papi.
The chests of all three of these competitors beat red right now early on in this contest as Erod thrown back into the ring by Lil Papi. Lil Papi now setting up Erod on his back. Face right into the buckle.
Yeah, that'll give you a whiplash right quick. And now Lil Papi ascending up to the top. But here comes Lowrider.
Lowrider on the attack. Papi in a bad spot, getting pushed off the top. Now Lowrider going back on the attack of the fallen Erod, putting him in position, now looking for a high-risk maneuver. Oh, Erod back to his feet real quick. Trying to chop Lowrider down, now coming up to meet him in the corner. Oh, Erod, a high-risk maneuver in mind of his own.
Whoa!
A top rope Hurricane Rana sends Lowrider down.
And right now, this is Erod's match to win.
And the fans are chanting Erod's name like it's 2020 all over again.
Erod setting up the champion right now for a suplex, blocked, reverse. Erod off the ropes, puts on the brakes, and there goes Lowrider over the top. And Lil Papi with the roll-up. Cover, just a 1 count.
Sneaky, sneaky Papi.
Sunset flip. And here comes Lowrider.
Oh, wow. A code breaker.
A super code breaker. Springboard off the ropes. And it's just Lowrider and Papi right now in the ring.
Papi with a crucifix.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Papi got him.
Oh, Papi did it.
We got a new champion.
Here is your winner and the new Premier Lucha Champion, Little Papi.
And Lowrider can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either, to be perfectly honest. You see Lowrider's a little miffed, a little peeved.
Lowrider caught with that crucifix.
Well, Lowrider's taking the title belt out of the hands of Lil Papi and putting it around the waist himself.
Sign of respect.
The great champion Lowrider has been holding that PWF Lucha Championship. A great action in this matchup by all three competitors. A great fight, but Lil Papi coming out on top, getting the shoulders down of Lowrider, excuse me. Something that nobody else that has come face to face with the former champion's been able to do. And the party will rage on here tonight.
Lil Papi is a champion here in PWF once again. You love to see it.
Big ovation here from the crowd.
Nothing like a title change to get the blood boiling. It could be the first of many here tonight, Trent.
That's right, we still have the PWF Tag Team Championships on the line, the PWF Women's Championship, as well as the PWF Premier Championship in our main event here tonight at Burnout. Lots of great action, but men, as we continue on here tonight, we're gonna go into tag team action as Cold War will meet the Bulldogs here at Burnout.
Now the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a tag team match.
I have been anxiously looking forward to this one, Trent. Anxiously.
Cold War making the trip from Dallas down here for Burnout 5.
Introducing first, from Dallas, Texas, Bad Intentions, Corey Steed, and the Big Vibe, Dylan Scott, Cold World.
Cold World World not making any friends.
Yeah, Cold World, one of the best tag teams in the Texas scene, bar none. Corey Steed, that guy, just made his way back from a tour of Japan, came back a completely changed individual. Last week, I saw him take it to Dmitry Alexandrov in a Tokyo street fight in this very building. These two, they hit hard, they hit fast. I can't wait to see what they bring to the table against the Bulldogs.
The newly reunited Bulldogs had a lot of steam behind them ever since they took out Legion, which basically broke up Legion.
We'll see that. We'll see the former Legion compatriots go one-on-one in a last man standing match here tonight. As you mentioned, Dan, ever since the Bulldogs were reunited, they have been on a winning streak with the PWF Tag Team Championships in their sight. And you got to believe that they'll have a watchful eye on that TLC match later on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I just hope that Papa Bulldog has his readers on for that.
And their opponents, Bulldog Walker and Bulldog Walker Jr., the Bulldogs!
You know, I gotta wonder, you think Bulldog Walker Jr. is cold?
Cold as in, like,
not
temperature?
in this building.
As in, like, do you think that he's shivering a little bit, once again retreating to live in his father's shadow?
Well, you know, I've been bringing that up the last few months here on commentary, Jacob. And I feel that this could be, you know, possibly a turning point for the Bulldogs. And you want to talk about cold, if anybody's going to bring it to the Bulldogs, it's going to be Cold World. And to make Bulldog Jr. shiver could be these two.
Well, I'm very well acquainted with Dylan Scott, very well acquainted with Corey Steed. These guys, no joke whatsoever. And you got to imagine on as big a stage as Burnout is, these two are going to want to make an impression. And what better avenue than to take out the Bulldogs, some of PWF's greatest here tonight at Burnout.
Now, former tag team champions in PWF are the Bulldogs, and they're looking to get back into that championship picture. The Cold World able to derail them here tonight with a victory. That calls into question the next challengers for whoever wins the tag team title match here tonight at Burnout. Well, Bulldog taking a bite out of Dylan Scott here in the early goings.
Come on, ref, get in there.
You know, you can't teach old dogs new tricks. He's just going to continue to do everything that he's always done, and this is what Bulldog does. He seeks that early advantage, tries to get inside your head.
Well, Bulldog Walker, a near 30-year veteran of this sport, Jacob. I mean, I think he knows a thing or two about what he's doing inside the squared circle.
Well, he certainly knows what Dylan Scott's abdomen tastes like. And now, Dylan working the arm. See, that's a wrestler's wrestler right there. Working the joint, applying pressure, doing what a wrestler is supposed to do, not using their teeth.
Working on that shoulder cuff, that surgically repaired shoulder cuff of Bulldog Walker that took him out of action for over a year.
Man, what a nice year that was. It was quiet here. It was quiet, it was calm, it was peaceful. People could sleep past 9 a.m.
You've done some changing since your time's been off, Jacob.
Haven't changed all that much. Whoa! Cover. Bulldog gets a 1 count out of it. Hardly worth the effort. You don't have much time left, Bulldog. Snap, snap.
Clubbing blow there from Bulldog Sr. Taking to the offensive early in this matchup. We got a tag. In comes Junior.
Finally, someone who knows how to operate something that's not a VCR.
Oh, Dylan Scott
I think he can figure out a DVD player.
taking a slip off the ropes there. Junior following up
Cover.
with an elbow, taking advantage of the missed timing calculation of the big Vibe. You know, take a look at Junior. The last time we saw Junior in the ring, he's been slowly slimming down, hitting the gym harder, training harder. His father doing the same, and we've arguably seen the Bulldogs right now in the best shape of their careers.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that he's working out and everything, but too bad there's not a personality machine.
Tags on both sides.
And now, big Corey Steed, a man who, in his style, could be likened to someone like Big Van Vader or Stan Hansen, just a absolute monster of a man, massive dude, going toe-to-toe with Bulldog.
Well, we got two bruisers in the ring right now, and he goes for the bite one more time.
Wanted to know what both
Bulldog
guys taste
Senior.
like.
What's next? Is he going to ask for condiment packets?
Nothing wrong with a little mustard.
I bet Bulldog puts ketchup on steak. Well done steak. And now the Bulldogs working over Corey in the corner. They know it's going to take both of them to get anything in on this big bruiser of bad intentions. Out of the corner, opposite side, big running clothesline by Bulldog Jr.
Junior putting Steed back in the corner now, sending him to the opposite end once more. Head of steam coming in big. Body splash in. And a Bulldog from Junior.
It's redundant.
Cover. Just a 2 count. Bulldog Jr. revving himself up.
Well, Dylan
Caught.
holding him on the ropes, leaving a moment for his partner to get the advantage.
Great tag team work
Oh.
by Cold World in there. Quick cover by Corey. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. But did you see the speed of that big guy?
Yeah, Corey moves like no big man his size should. Like you mentioned earlier, Jacob, shades of Big Van Vader, a man that was a big, huge, mammoth size of a person and could move just as much as a cruiserweight.
And Corey Steed, when he throws those clubbing blows, his arms are like a Louisville Slugger, just pure contact. Tag made to the big vibe, and in comes Dylan Scott.
Unless your bat's like Aaron Judge.
Duh.
Tandem offense there by Cold World. We got a cover here.
2 count, making the Bulldogs work for it, making them expend that energy, of which I'm not sure the Elder Bulldog has a whole lot. He's got to get back home before his stories start, you know.
The HPA fans showing Cold World what they think of him. Cover. Only a 2 count there. And you see a shot of Houston Premier Arenas. We are here for Burnout tonight. One of the biggest shows that we have here in PWF. And a lot of great action we've seen this far. Lots of great action still to come.
And now Bulldog in no man's land. Tag made to Corey Steed. Double team by Cold World. This is where they're so dangerous. Back and forth. There's a splash out of the corner. Rolled right to the big vibe. And oh! Just meat tenderizing the younger Bulldog. Cover made. 2.
Tenderizing that Bulldog meat here at Burnout as we get a suplex.
Oh.
The 2 big men.
Cover again.
Only a 2 count there. My goodness, lots of meat in the ring right now.
Lots of meat outside of the ring too, Gilbo.
Lots of meat everywhere here tonight.
Giving me the meat sweats.
Lots of beef. Speaking of beef, Isaac Morales going one-on-one with Maniac here later on tonight as well.
Excellent transition, Gilbo. You're impressing me tonight. It's been a while.
Double line!
And both men are down center of the ring. Both men knocked each other silly on that one.
I've been trying, Jacob, since you've taken some time off.
Ref Sherry administering her count. Up to 3 as both competitors stirring, both looking for the tag to get their tag team partners in. Corey.
Well, Junior making a tag. to Senior, but the official didn't see it. And that allows Cold World to get a 2-on-1 advantage for themselves as they stomp away on to Junior.
Beautiful strategy there by Cold World, keeping Junior down as the fresh Bulldog Senior is non-plus on the outside.
I told you to. Cold World, one of the most dangerous tag teams you're going to find anywhere in Texas, and the Bulldogs are finding that out firsthand. Big Vibe working on Bulldog Jr. in the corner. Irish whip into the opposite side. Full head of steam.
Oh, no one home on that splash as Junior connects with a crossbody.
Both men collapse to the floor, and now it looks like both of them are going to try to make it to their corners to get somebody fresh into the ring. Who's going to be first? Steed in.
Senior in. Axe handle, and another one. And Bulldog Senior going to town on Cold World. Push off into the corner. Back elbow from Senior.
Well, Bulldog moving out of the way, moved once more. Steed connecting with his own partner, and now Bulldog Walker looking to slam the big man down.
Missed communication there. A rare error on the part of Cold World, and now Bulldog gonna throw his weight around.
Oh, Steed in position, and a Bulldog bomb. Oh, and Scott right there to break up the pin.
Saved. Oh.
Now all four men in the ring. Junior on Dylan, and Steed with Bulldog Senior.
Senior into the ropes.
Oh, big spine buster from Steed.
Cover.
Broken up by the little one.
Broken up quick.
The little one, there's nothing little about Bulldog Jr.
Great point, Gilbo. Nothing little about anybody in this matchup.
Oh, over the top rope goes Dylan. Off the ropes goes Bulldog.
Oh, sunset flip by Junior. Steed taken down by Senior, and a double pin. And the Bulldogs get the win.
Senior with the assist.
With a dog pile.
Your winners, the Bulldogs.
I like that, Jacob, the dog pile.
Come on, man. This was supposed to be a tag team match, not a handicap affair. I'm not a fan of that finish.
Though the Bulldogs getting the win on the stacked pin on Steed, and the Bulldogs continue their win streak as a reunited tag team here at Burnout tonight.
I'm sure they're going to be watching that TLC match closely as a little later on, Just Vibin defends their PWF Tag Team Championships against the Dream Team.
Absolutely. That TLC match is going to have long-lasting repercussions, not only on this company, but I would wager on the spinal columns of Just Vibin going on what we know from past history.
Absolutely.
But shifting gears from the TLC, let's talk about the right here and now. We've got a big-time matchup coming here. We've got the debut for PWF of Ivelisse facing off against Alejandra Quintanilla here in one-on-one action. You want to contribute, Trent? Or you're just going to stand there like a slack-jawed yokel?
Oh, I'm sitting, not standing. Very observant.
And it is a singles match.
Alejandra making her return here in PWF. We have not seen her in quite some time.
That's right. The last time we saw Alejandra, she was challenging for the PWF Women's Championship against then-champion Rachel Rose.
Yeah, I believe that matchup took place in August of last year.
Oh, look, it's Nastico. Fantastic.
The greatest manager ever to live.
That's a matter of opinion.
Look, you can't prove with any sort of finality that is not Bobby Heenan in a mask.
First, being accompanied to the ring by the masked manager, Nastico, from El Salvador, La Leona, Alejandra Quintanilla.
unless Bobby Heenan returned to Earth today. I know today is Dia de los Muertos, but I highly doubt that that's Bobby Heenan in a mask.
The physique is the same, I'm just saying. Alejandra Quintanilla, also known as Alejandra the Lion, one of the most capable and impressive specimens you'll see anywhere. A resident of El Salvador, making her way to the ring back to PWF here tonight.
And certainly has been making a name for herself on the Texas circuit as of late.
Texas and anywhere that has an open door.
But a huge challenge tonight from Ivelisse. I mean, you want to talk about capable, you want to talk about one of the best.
San Juan, Puerto Rico, Ivelisse.
One of the baddest women in all of professional wrestling, Ivelisse, making her debut here at PWF at Burnout 5.
Been a long time coming.
Absolutely, posing quite the challenge for Alejandra tonight. Ivelisse, current Shine champion, made her name all around the world. And now stepping foot into a PWF ring. Been looking forward to this one ever since it was announced. Should be a great contest on the way.
Yeah, you want to talk about two capable competitors facing off one-on-one. This is what Burnout is all about. And I've got to say, in most instances, you would say that Alejandra is the underdog in a situation like this, given the veteran status of Ivelisse, but you cannot discount the equalizing nature of having someone like Gnostico on the outside.
Gnostico, I'm sure, will be making his presence felt at some point in this contest, but you know Ivelisse has to have that in the back of her mind.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure she's all that bothered. She's been on the big stage before.
Yeah, former Lucha Underground Trios champion. I mean, the woman's a 4-time Shine champion. People got to know Ivelisse on her time in Tough Enough.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of places Ivelisse has not been, and tonight she can cross PWF off of that list. The premier wrestling federation in Texas, in all of Texas.
Beautiful wrist lock reversal into, whoa, slamming Alejandra down. Showing that pro wrestling prowess.
Yeah, Ivelisse is a technical wizard whenever she wants to be, but she can also just punch you in the face. So pick your poison, really.
I mean, you want to talk about badass women. Ivelisse definitely at the top of that list. It's Alejandra goes for a single leg, able to take Ivelisse down back into that arm bar.
Trying to keep Ivelisse at bay right now. And Ivelisse raking her arm across the face, trying to break it. Alejandra arm drag, sending Ivelisse to the corner. And the two stand off once more.
Ivelisse looks impressed.
She should be.
Well, Alejandra, as Jacob mentioned, one of the best competitors, male or female, in the state.
Yeah, I've seen Alejandra face off one-on-one against some of the best talent the United States and even internationally has to offer, and she's impressed every single time. So here tonight, this matchup, definitely one to keep your eyes on if you're looking at the future of women's wrestling across the United States and abroad. Again, Alejandra the Lion, Alejandra Quintanilla, a name to keep in the back of your mind as we go forward.
Well, taking Alejandra down. Oh, Alejandra holding on. And now with a headlock on Ivelisse in the center of the ring. These two trading off. Maneuver after maneuver.
There, Ivelisse forcing the knee down, able to get some torque, able to apply pressure. And there, a hard shot from Alejandra, responded in kind by Ivelisse.
These two women going chop for chop now. A big headbutt from Ivelisse. Alejandra backed into the corner. Another shot from Ivelisse.
Oh, Ivelisse just going to town on Alejandra right now. Back elbow in the corner, and now just raging back elbows to the head as well, creating some space, coming in hot on that corner. Now pulling Alejandra back to the center of the ring with a vertical suplex, slamming her down. Bridge, cover.
Not quite enough on that cover, but Ivelisse certainly feeling herself right now as she has gained the upper hand in this contest. Grabbing Alejandra one more time. Go behind. Oh, Alejandra with those nails pushing off Ivelisse into the second rope. And hanging Ivelisse out to dry. Referee, get in there.
Referee going in to break the hold. And now there's Gnostico getting involved with the referee's back turned. Alejandra taking advantage with a running knee to the side of the head. Here's a cover.
This could be it.
No, just a 2 count there. Despite the efforts of Alejandra and Gnostico working in tandem like a well-oiled machine.
Well, and that's what's made Alejandra so successful. Not only is she incredibly capable in the ring as a mat wrestler, as a striker, but to have Gnostico on the outside being that +1, that extra benefit.
That ace in the hole in your back pocket, yeah. Ivelisse trying to create some space there. Alejandra picking her up. The slamming her down. There's a cover.
2 count.
In 2 count for the Lion as this match continues on.
And now going back, working the shoulder yet again.
Well, Gnostico coaching her from the outside.
Well, the coaching seems to be paying off. Alejandra seems to have a game plan here, which is something you absolutely need against a veteran like Ivelisse. You leave an opening, and Ivelisse is going to take it.
Well, look at all the pressure on the shoulders of Ivelisse now, as these two keeping it in the middle of the ring. I'm sure Ivelisse wants to keep it in the middle. You know, you got Gnostico on the outside. You get near those ropes, you don't know what could happen, but Alejandra is just keeping Ivelisse down, putting so much pressure and torque on the shoulders of Ivelisse.
That's going to be hard for Ivelisse to fight a matchup with both shoulders being injured.
Alejandra retreats. Gnostico calling for the timeout. Didn't know this was a Max Heights match.
Yeah, time for a little powwow on the outside, but Ivelisse.
Oh, Gnostico shoving Alejandra in the way, and Gnostico got caught in the face for his trouble, allowing Alejandra to take advantage. Reversal by Ivelisse, face first, into the post goes Quintanilla.
This is what happens when you go to the outside. Things get dangerous really quick, and Ivelisse is more than willing to fight dirty. Rolls back in to break the count. Smart move by the veteran.
And we know Ivelisse not afraid to take it to absolutely anybody, Gnostico included. We've seen her go toe-to-toe with men, women, anybody that dare challenges to step up. And right now, Ivelisse, taking a shot to the face from Alejandra, and another one. But the two going back and forth here on the outside as the referee up to 5. Big chop to Alejandra.
Rolled back in the ring.
Ivelisse trying to take advantage of the momentum she's got. Here's a cover, stacking her up. Only a 2 count there. Ivelisse admonishing the referee, hoping for a little bit of a faster count there. Wanted that to be it.
Jeez.
Kick to the back.
Going right after the spine.
Oh, fake out by Ivelisse. Got caught in the face, and now stacking her up once more.
That was almost enough to put away Alejandra.
Well, you get an unsuspected kick to the face. Liable to put anybody out.
Ivelisse in full control of this matchup. And with every pin attempt, stacking her up like that, that's more and more energy that has to be utilized by Alejandra to kick out, draining the tank that she has in this matchup, and is allowing Ivelisse to take advantage right now as she begins to try and wear down Quintanilla in the center of the ring.
Absolutely. She saw her there kicking the leg out of her leg.
Those low leg kicks, man, they could do a heck of a lot of damage. It affects your ability to walk. It affects your ability to run, to kick.
Not to mention your ability to put pressure into any of the offensive maneuvers you might want to throw at Ivelisse.
Absolutely. But right now, they're going toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring, exchanging strikes. Going chop for chop right now. Going kick for kick.
Well, same idea by both competitors once more as both ladies go down.
You can tell both of these women have studied tape on each other extensively. They know what's coming perhaps before the other has even put that plan into motion.
You see that on perfect display right there as both competitors going for the same maneuvers, connecting at the very same moment as the referee's count continues to climb.
Ivelisse starting to stir, getting up to her feet. Is Alejandra slow on the get-up? Right now, Ivelisse in control with another big chop. And another.
Yeah, Ivelisse not slowing down, but Alejandra going back on the offensive.
Alejandra caught into the corner. Ivelisse raining down those blows again, and a kick and another to the chest of Alejandra. Admonished by the referee, going for a third.
Oh, Alejandra missing on that line. Ivelisse picked her up, a blue thunder bomb, stacked her up once more, cover. Oh my gosh.
Almost.
That nearly was it.
2.9.
Ivelisse thinks it was.
Well, most everyone here thought it was as well. As Alejandra just narrowly kicking out as this match continues on. What else is it going to take from Ivelisse to put away Alejandra? What is it going to take from Alejandra to put away Ivelisse?
Well, Ivelisse looks like she might be out on her feet.
Ivelisse on Dream Street now, hung up on the second rope. Here comes the Lion.
Oh.
Area code. As Alejandra goes, stacking her up. 2, and a kick out.
Huge kick out by Ivelisse.
Still some life in Ivelisse.
Ivelisse still in this matchup. A lot of fight left in her. Alejandra can't believe it. Neither can Nastico.
Nastico's still holding his jaw from earlier. And ever since then hasn't gotten involved once more. I can't say I blame him. It's Alejandra now trying to go for eat defeat, it looks like. Ivelisse catching the foot. And now a sleeper hold. Legs wrapped around, nowhere to go for Alejandra. Ivelisse.
Oh, this could be it. Alejandra close to the rope. Oh, here comes Nastico.
Nastico's climbing into the ring.
He's trying to get in.
Well, the referee can't watch the hold and keep Nastico out of the ring, and now that has allowed Ivelisse to break the hold. And Alejandra taking advantage with a super kick, stunning Ivelisse. And Alejandra's holding on a submission hold applied on Ivelisse right now.
Beautifully applied front cravat from Alejandra.
Rolling back. Into a cover.
Alejandra kicking out at 1.
Excellent counter from Ivelisse, and now into the ropes. Swift kick.
Oh, Snapmare rolling through, kick connecting.
Oh, that's it. That's the ride along.
And that's it.
Here's your winner, Ivelisse.
Ivelisse able to pick up the victory, a hard-fought victory. Alejandra and Nastico threw everything they possibly could at Ivelisse, but end result still the same. Ivelisse able to walk away with the victory.
Ivelisse picking up a big dub in her PWF debut here at Burnout 5.
Well, what a matchup by these two competitors, ladies and gentlemen.
Nastico is verklempt.
His jaw certainly is.
Well, that is match number 4 on our card here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. More matchups here to come as we continue on this great night of wrestling action here at Burnout. But as I mentioned earlier,
oh man,
Maniac versus Isaac Morales. These two have had a blood feud with one another, and it comes to a head here tonight at Burnout.
The newly rehired Maniac is out for blood after having an absolute rampage some months ago on all the referees. Isaac Morales not taking too kindly to that, but now it's time.
Well, let's get this thing started, and let's see some blood this time. Come on, guys. Maniac ascends to the top. Do it! He nailed it! The cover.
He did!
2! What the? No!
What are you doing? What?
And now we know why Isaac refused to let Maniac be taken to the back. This was coordinated.
Oh my God. And now he rolls over Caine Carter. What? Oh my God. Oh my God.
And we all want to know why. Why did you betray the PWF originals?
What do you mean why I did what I did? I was completely justified in that. And I waited for my moment. I waited for that little freak with clown makeup who hands out suspicious candy to little children. I waited till he was on top of the moon and told to bring his ass back down to Earth where he belonged. He's your man, right? Your boyfriend, is that what it is? Or
Oh.
yeah? How did it feel seeing him fight and scratch and claw and almost win the match as the sole survivor just for me to leave him in the middle of this ring, beaten, battered, bruised, and left in a pile of his own blood?
Whoa, oh my!
Hey!
No. And now coming in here, and now taking the fight right to Isaac, the man who destroyed him back at Anarchy, and now taking the fight right to him. And now our officials coming in to break it up, but I don't know why. And Isaac ducking out, getting out of dodge like a scolded dog.
Oh,
and now
here goes Maniac attacking referees again.
I see what's happening here. Each and one of these pieces of shit wearing these shirts are probably working together, huh? Throughout the night, if I see you wearing that shirt, I swear, I'm bringing the old Maniac back, and nobody wearing a referee shirt is safe.
Oh, wait, Maniac has a referee shirt in hand. Oh my goodness. Referee, get out of dodge. You heard what Maniac said earlier about officials wearing black and white stripes, and now he's coming after our official.
Maniac! Robert Davis, listen to me. You touch Sherry, there's gonna be consequences.
I mean, Sherry Davis, one of our great officials here in PWF, and Haley talked some sense into him.
Walk out the ring. Leave Sherry alone.
Sherry issuing the warning once more to Maniac. Oh, Maniac pushed Haley out of the way, and now a cutter to Sherry. Oh my gosh.
Maniac, you're fired.
Fired? Oh my goodness.
What if we can get some kind of justice in the other way? Because you fired him, okay? You fired him. But what if I can fight for him? I want to be able to fight.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't help. But over here, you want to fight for him? I say you let it happen. In fact, I say you let her fight me.
Who has Haley up?
Oh my.
Strong Boy slam. It's over. Good night. So
Cover.
See you next
2.
time.
Oh, he picked her up. What is he doing? You had your wish. You had it over with. Maniac stay fire. And now the Kana Hajime. The Kana Hajime now on Haley Danielle, and she has no choice but to give up.
It's about proving a point, Gilbo.
In that moment, he definitely did. As the match was over, and now going back to the Kata Hajime again. My goodness, somebody get him off her. The match is over, and Isaac's still going at it. It's AWOL.
What?
AWOL coming out to make the save for Haley Danielle.
Listen, you want to fight so bad, you want to fight for Maniac? How about next month you fight for his job in a 3-man gauntlet match?
Oh.
3-man gauntlet match?
3 men.
I get to beat the shit out of 3 people? We're all.
Here it comes. Oh, he got caught. AWOL puts Martinez up on his shoulders. Casualties of war connecting. Cover. AWOL did it. Can AWOL do it? He did. He did.
Maniac has been officially reinstated. The Maniac is returning at Burnout, and his opponent is you.
Oh, my. Well, there you saw the package, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us here tonight.
Yeah, and if you watch that, you know Maniac is a maniac. He shouldn't have a job right now.
Couldn't agree with you more, Jacob. As Too Strong coming out here full of confidence. Look at that. Look at those striations on Isaac Morales. He's ready to go.
Introducing first, from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 190 pounds of compressed muscle, he is Too Strong, Isaac Morales.
You know, you got to hand it to Isaac coming out here to stand up for the referee staff. You know, those unsung heroes of the squared circle. They don't deserve what Maniac did to them.
Absolutely not.
For doing their job, for upholding the law, for all that is good and great.
Oh, here's
here
the
at
best
PWF.
part. Yeah.
Well, I can agree with you, gentlemen, about the referees not deserving the punishment that they've gotten at the hands of Maniac. But Maniac, I mean, let's just say, he's called Maniac for a reason.
He's absolutely insane, and you can tell because he enjoys gummy bears. Who enjoys gummy bears?
Like gummy worms, the sour kind.
You need to be in the asylum with him.
Oh, there's Haley. I thought she was sick.
I was about to say, is she playing hooky? Too sick to ring announce, but obviously well enough to back up her man.
Well, she's got to be sick to be coming out with Maniac.
And his opponent from the asylum, weighing in at 160 pounds, the Maniac.
Haley paying off these fans.
Haley over here.
Would you put your hands down, Gilbo?
You know you can buy candy with your adult money. You don't have to wait for Maniac to throw you the candy from God knows where it's been.
Oh, get it, Jacob. It's right there.
I'm gonna pick it up and throw it in the trash can. That's what I'm gonna do.
The free candy's better.
You know who says that? People with white vans that have wood blinds over the windows. That's who says that, Trent.
Still like candy.
Maniac making his big return here to PWF, looking for some retribution against Isaac Morales, who's 2 months ago put away Haley Danielle with a brutal series of Kata Hajimes. Certainly to get under the skin of Maniac. Maniac earning his job back last month as AWOL was able to take on the gauntlet.
Of all
a challenge
people,
set forth from Isaac Morales.
of all people to get the job back for Maniac, after everything that Maniac and AWOL, the history that they have, the blood that they've been through, AWOL getting Maniac his position back on the roster, and the first business at hand would be retribution against Isaac Morales.
I've been yelling, why don't you shut up, little kid? Huh? Sit down. Why don't you all
Yeah,
sit
you tell him,
down
Isaac.
and
Yeah.
start respecting me? start respecting everything that I do and that I've done for you people. Come on.
Oh, Maniac over the top rope, not wasting any time.
What happened to sportsmanship?
Oh, all bets are off in this matchup, I believe.
Burnout, the following ass kicking is scheduled for one fall.
Maniac, that microphone costs money.
Well, now we get to see if Maniac can fight his own battles. Haley Danielle fighting a battle for him 2 months ago. Last month, AWOL fighting a battle for him. Now we'll see if Maniac really has what it takes to go one-on-one with Too Strong Isaac Morales. Isaac Morales right now raining shots down onto Maniac on the outside. This match has not started yet. Sherry doing her best to try to get both of these competitors in the ring.
The fight continues on the outside. The official bell has yet to ring. All bets are off right now, as anything goes at this point because the match hasn't officially started.
Yeah, because Sherry can't do her job as usual.
Sherry taking quite the risk, taking this matchup. Has been on both sides, but certainly been on the side of the aggression of Maniac. One of the reasons, or the reason actually, why Maniac got fired in the first place.
Well, the competitor's now out there by our concession stand, and you see a ladder right there on display for our TLC match coming up here a little bit later. But the fight going all over Houston Premier Arena.
I'm sure Isaac is loving this. Oh, but he's not loving that. Oh, head right to the post on the outside.
Oh, Isaac getting that headband off, courtesy of that steel ring post, and now Maniac standing atop in the front row amongst the PWF faithful.
Maybe we could get this show on the road.
Oh, the beef drop as the bell rings.
Get on him, Isaac.
Now Isaac spinning Maniac around and now clubbing blows to the back.
Isaac Morales. Another beef drop on the apron, my God. 190 pounds of muscle on the back of Maniac as Isaac now telling Sherry to make the count.
The fact that Isaac has to provide guidance to Sherry, a supposed senior official, is somewhat disheartening. Isaac has forgotten more about refereeing than Sherry will ever know.
Well, now he's taking the fight and the boots and the fists right to Maniac.
That's
Raining
right.
down. Look at those clubbing fists. My goodness.
Right. Knock the teeth out of his mouth, and then maybe he'll have an excuse to eat gummies.
Isaac Morales firmly in control of this matchup as Maniac striking back, looking for some respite there. Drop kick, Isaac Morales down as Maniac, thumb to the eye.
Well, that'll stop any momentum right there that Maniac had, and Isaac taking advantage with a vertical suplex, sends Maniac down.
Yeah, look at that strong boy. Look at him go.
Too Strong flexing all four sides of this ring as everyone here at the HPA getting a good look at Too Strong Isaac Morales.
Big knife edge chop in the corner. Looking to open up the chest of Maniac.
Isaac Morales whipping Maniac off. Big buckle has Maniac down, and some push-ups to boot from Too Strong Isaac Morales.
Look at the form.
He's going for reps. He's going for reps. Charging. Taking a boot to the face from Maniac. Maniac on the second rope.
Stomping in mid-air, sends him down as Haley Danielle stands and applauds for her man Maniac, and he goes for a cover. The Kanahajime! The Kanahajime now. Maniac rolling through, shoulders down.
Cover.
Huge. Turned him inside out.
Texas-style lariato from Too Strong Isaac Morales. Maniac right now got to be having second thoughts about coming back to this promotion.
having second thoughts about challenging Too Strong Isaac Morales on the outside, getting a breath of air. He's got to knock some sense back into himself to get into this matchup.
Well, Maniac never had much sense to begin with.
Well, Isaac telling Sherry to continue to count.
Well, she's counting slow, Trent. Up to 7.
In her defense, I'm not sure if she knows what comes next.
Fair enough.
Now checking in on the well-being of Maniac, seeing if he wants to continue. I think we all know the answer to that question. And the fans continue to chant, trying to will Maniac in this matchup as Isaac goes right back on the attack. A jawbreaker by Maniac, creating separation, coming in and trying to send both men over the top rope to the outside, come crashing down onto the floor.
Yeah, I'm not sure who got the worst of that exchange there, to be perfectly honest.
And I don't think Maniac even really cares, willing to throw his body and caution to the wind there, all in the name of taking out Isaac Morales. Coming in hot off the apron, a flying clothesline, sends him down once more.
A non-stop brawl since before the bell. Since the word go, these two have been going at it. Maniac right now on top, grabbing Isaac Morales, looking to throw him right back into the ring. And we got a cover here. Sherry not in position, there we go. 2 count.
Isaac just too strong to stay down.
Well, fast count by Sherry. What do you think about that one, Gilbo?
Sherry's one of our senior officials here. I trust Sherry's judgment any way that she's able to do so.
Well,
people are human, though.
Well, I know they run a training school out of this building for young prospects. Maybe Sherry can drop in and pick up a few hints on how to actually call a match.
Isaac Morales and Maniac on the top rope. Isaac thinking superplex.
Oh, now Isaac going up even higher. Oh, this could be a disaster. Oh my, a superplex from Too Strong.
And as much as that took out of Maniac, you gotta wonder how much has been taken out of Too Strong Isaac Morales as he crawls over to a prone Maniac, rolling him over, looking for the pin, hook of the leg, and just a 2 count.
Well, there you see the look on Morales' face. Winded after that superplex, and now looking like he's trying to go for the Kata Hajime once more. Maniac trying to fight it off. A clubbing blow, and now Isaac wrenching on the neck, trying to twist the head, trying to pop his head off like he's Sid from Toy Story.
The fans chanting for Maniac like it makes any difference.
Well, we know the power and the momentum that these fans can give anybody in the ring, but to go up against Too Strong and those big forearms to the back as Isaac sets up Maniac for a body slam.
Oh, and now talking to Haley Danielle, who's sitting right by our commentary table here. Now Haley approaching the ring and continuing to exchange words with Morales, and now she's on the apron.
Sit down, Haley.
Whoa, we got a roll up.
Distraction provided by the bombshell. Oh no, Isaac connects, sending Haley Danielle down.
Well, that's what she gets.
Haley in a bad position, and now Maniac seeing Haley, his lady, knocked down on the ring, and I think Maniac's about to lose it. Spears Morales, and absolutely rapidly clubbing blows to Morales.
Haley should have never involved herself in this match.
I told her to sit down. She never listens to me.
Well, Maniac seeing red, I believe, here, and now taking the shots to Isaac Morales in the corner.
Maniac is incensed.
And surpassing the traditional count. Maniac doesn't care at this point.
Do something, Sherry.
Sherry breaking Maniac off. And now Maniac.
See, Sherry, that's what you get.
Maniac's not even in the right frame of mind. Maniac doesn't even know what he's doing at this point. And I believe momentarily a break in the rage sees that Sherry was right there and now trying to go back, turn his attention to Isaac. Isaac going right back on the offensive. Oh, Maniac almost making yet another career mistake.
Sherry hopefully realizing that Issac was right all along about Maniac.
The
But that
discus
spinning
lariat.
discus lariat. Now both men are down. Maniac jaw jacks once again with Sherry.
Oh, Haley is just crawling her way, I guess, out of harm's way, just taken out after being on the apron, bad place at a bad time. And now Maniac spear on Issac. There's a cover. Oh, Issac kicking out. Maniac's arm draped across Issac.
Yeah, not able to get the leverage he needed to keep Issac down there. Issac just too strong of will and spirit and body.
That's why it's his moniker, Jacob. You can see right now, Maniac setting up another big spear for Issac.
Oh, pulling Sherry in harm's way. Maniac able to put on the brakes at the last second. Oh, Issac pushed Sherry into Maniac.
Sherry taking out Maniac.
Sherry has the
Sherry getting herself taken out in a low blow.
Sherry has the situational awareness of a walnut.
Well, Issac now capitalizing on the low blow with the strong slam.
That's it. Issac, count yourself, damn it. Whoa!
Oh, a beef drop onto Sherry. What is he doing?
I love it.
What is Issac Morales doing? A beef drop onto Sherry and now going under the ring. Oh, it's a trash can lid. Now you see Sherry writhing in pain after being attacked by Morales. And there you see Issac stalking Haley Danielle, telling her exactly what he's about to do to Maniac with that trash can lid. Now there you hear what the HPA faithful think of Morales, and Morales now lining up Maniac, and Haley from behind Issac doesn't see her. Issac looking to connect, but Issac doesn't see Haley behind him, ready to take the lid, and she does that. And now Issac turned around, sees, and exchanges more words with Haley Danielle, lined up for Maniac with the spear.
Haley Danielle inserting herself again into this contest.
She shouldn't even be here. She should be at home taking Theraflu.
Maniac to the top rope. Swanton bomb!
Connecting cover. Sherry's there. 2.
Oh no!
And 3. Maniac did it.
Oh, good for you.
Here's your winner, Maniac!
Revenge is a dish best served cold. And retribution is won here by Maniac tonight at Burnout.
Let's be honest, Trent. Maniac didn't win that match. Haley Danielle won that match. God, she's insufferable.
The game plan, I suppose, in full effect.
I'm just gonna throw this out here as a possible theory. You can test me on this if you want. But what if Haley Danielle is Nastico?
Well, I've never seen them in the same room together.
Exactly. It's all a conspiracy.
Maniac coming out with the victory tonight here at Burnout 5 with the assist of Haley Danielle. Issac Morales giving it absolutely everything he had. And the newly reinstated Maniac with a huge victory here tonight. Haley Danielle, tears streaming down her face. I don't know from joy or pain, but regardless.
You gotta believe it's gotta feel good for that couple right there to get the revenge on Issac Morales, as Issac has been a thorn in their side for the past few months.
Well, I'm sure the two of them are gonna go off and celebrate in some dive bar by singing off-key for the next several hours.
Can someone check on Sherry?
I don't care about Sherry.
Well, give credit to Sherry. She went through the ringer here tonight and still did her job. As you see Maniac and Haley making their way out here of Burnout here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on here tonight, what we have next on tap is the PWF Tag Team titles hang high above this very ring in this arena and will be contested under tables, ladders, and chairs.
The Dream Team has been a thorn in the side of Just Vibin' for some time after attacking them some months ago. And now it's TLC time. No rules. You got to grab the belts hanging high above the Houston Premier Arena. And man, this is going to be brutal.
Absolutely. And will the 2-week streak of Just Nick losing a title in this building continue? One can only hope.
Let's take it to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the PWF Tag Team Championship.
I love this song.
Such a great song. It was featured on the latest Beverly Hills Cop movie.
I rated that a 7 out of 10 on Letterboxd.
Trent, I think it was featured in all of those movies.
Yeah, it was like the main theme, but I mean, like, it was in the title this time.
Trent, we got to have a movie night. You got to take notes. The Dream Team, Danny King, Casey Kareem, making their presence felt here in the HBA. You know,
introducing first from the Dream World, the Dreamboat Danny King and the Dream Keeper Casey Kareem. They are the Dream Team.
You know, guys, you look at the Dream Team. Yeah, they look good. Yeah, they got all the moves, but they could be as brutal and devious as any team here in Texas or the United States.
Yeah, I got to hand it to Danny King and Casey Kareem. Over the last, 2 years, these guys have had a rapid ascension. Not just here at PWF, but over at Texas Contender Series and at New Texas Pro. These guys are the future of tag team wrestling. And I've got to say, Danny King has got to be in the at least top 5 kings that have come through this building.
The dulcet tones of Danny King might be echoing throughout this building in a cry of joy if they are able to grab those PWF Tag Team Championships, but not if Just Vibin' has anything to say about that. Whoa! Just Nick exploding onto the scene with Kenny Calypso behind him.
From Planet Dread, Just Nick and Kenny Calypso, just vibing.
Current PWF Tag Team Champions just vibing right now. And they are wasting no time!
All right, we got a fight on our hands. As if we expected anything less. The bell is rung and this thing has started. Nobody's in the ring, it's just a fight.
Well, the only way to win this matchup in this TLC match is to climb a ladder and retrieve the PWF Tag Team Championships hanging high above the ring here in Premier Arena.
Well, I gotta tell you, as much as I hate to admit it, Just Vibin' probably has the advantage in this match just by virtue of the fact that they have been in this situation before. Just Nick and Kenny Calypso in particular have both been in a TLC type situation. I believe this is a first, an absolute first for the Dream Team.
Here in PWF, yes it is. In fact, Jacob, we had a TLC match 1 year ago at this very event in Burnout, in which Just Vibin' took part in that matchup contesting for the PWF Tag Team Championships, coming up short in that contest.
That's right, that was the night whenever they faced off against Legion and the remnants, at least, of Disarray in a 3-way TLC match. Absolutely brutal. And you have to imagine that match is heavy on the minds of Just Nick and Kenny Calypso here tonight.
No referee in the ring. His only job is to see who grabs those belts.
Yeah, easy paycheck for the referees right now.
Well, Just Vibin using a little bit of tandem offense here in the corners, and now looking for a whisper in the wind is Kenny flying on to KC, and now Nick going in after Danny King, and Just Vibin one more time now to Danny King. It's going to say, feeling the vibe pumping on all cylinders here in the early goings of this matchup.
Just Vibin on fire early.
Oh, Kenny coming in, got absolutely destroyed by a flying chair.
Oh, Kenny's face in a chair. Name me a better combination. You can't. Those two were made for each other.
KC Kareem so dangerous with the chairs.
Good grief.
As Danny King goes and grabs the ladder, and they're going to try to put this away early.
Aaron Judge could learn something from KC.
Would you leave my Yankees alone?
Oh, the Dream Team in full control. Weapons fully used, fully legal. As Danny King getting the ladder propped up into the corner.
I tell you what, though, with the height advantage of KC Kareem, he could practically reach up and grab that title right now. All he needs is a step stool. Off the ladder comes Danny King. Big elbow drop, driving Kenny Calypso to the mat.
KC Kareem looking for another ladder. And the plunder being added to this ring right now. Perhaps DK could put that ladder in a winning position, as he does.
He's got it set up. And now both of them climbing in tandem. This thing could be over.
Oh,
no.
Nick right there with the chair, taking both members of the Dream Team off the ladder.
Holding on to those tag team championships, Just Nick.
Just Nick getting that ladder out of the way.
Well, at least for now.
I mean, he could have climbed up there and grabbed the belts right then, but he didn't think of that.
Well, what he's thinking about is issuing more punishment to the Dream Team, retribution for what they did to him and his partner early on in this matchup. Nick going off the rope, bottom rope, headbutt connecting.
I would just argue that those headbutts are starting to take their toll on Just Nick and his ability to formulate a decent plan.
Just Nick eyeing up DK for another headbutt. Flying off of the second rope. And he's thinking ladder. He's asking the crowd.
Now encouraging his partner Kenny to get back into the ring. What could be on the mind of Just Vibin now? Oh, Nick putting a chair in position, holding on to Danny King, and now Kenny taking control. Holding King, throwing him in. Atomic drop. Nick hoisting King up. Here comes Kenny. Flying a spinning European uppercut in a spinebuster combination on the top of the chair.
Danny King has got to be hurting right now as KC Kareem attempts to get back into the ring, thwarted by Kenny Calypso. And now Nick and Kenny, nothing stopping them from going up and grabbing those belts as both ladders in the hands of Just Vibin. Well, no. Kenny Calypso tossing one of them.
Well, now Nick getting in position with that ladder. KC coming back in the ring. Oh, no, he's got a chair in hand. And Kenny cutting off KC after he struck Nick. Oh, and KC shrugged off. Calypso connects to the back once more. Nick trying to take the chair away from KC, taking the fight to him. But the Dream Keeper has Nick in position. Nick trying to fight out of it with back elbows, creating some space, kicking something out of the way there. Oh, the boot of doom sends Nick straight down face first. As the Dream Keeper goes to work in full control, now taking a table, putting it in position.
Table introduced to this match. You know, Just Vibin and the Dream Team, the yin and yang of Texas wrestling for 2024, meeting here in this TLC match at Burnout 5 as the ladder thrown away by KarMichael as that table set up in the corner. KarMichael now having Just Nick in position.
Oh, KC calling for a gulag bomb. Has Nick up.
Nick trying to get out of it.
Oh, slips
he's
out of
able
it.
to. And the do-rag is off of KarMichael's head.
A roaring elbow sends KC right down to the ground. A followed-up kick. KC still out on his feet.
Crowd chanting table.
Right in front of that table. KC doesn't even know where he's
Nick
at.
going to a
And a
blind.
spear sends KC. My goodness. Both men going through the table. Guys, I don't think that's the first table we'll see explode here tonight in this matchup.
Crowd in awe of this brutality here at the HBA as Danny King now with a ladder.
Yeah, Danny King on the outside using that ladder as a weapon against Kenny Calypso. Kenny trying to fight back. Danny needs to get those hands up, protect himself.
Here comes Kenny.
Oh, low blow by King.
King saw it coming.
And now picking up Calypso. Oh, the ladder's in position. Oh my goodness, a DVD through the ladder.
Well, nobody's going to be climbing up that ladder. My God.
Ladder's out of this matchup. Split in two. There you
Yeah,
see
just like Kenny Calypso's spine.
Danny King crawling back in. On the inside of the ring, we have Just Nick grabbing a ladder. No go. And here comes Danny King with the chair.
right across the back of Nick, and now Danny King, the sole man in position, standing up. The ladder now in position. Could this be the moment of opportunity for the Dream Team?
Danny King starting the ascent, looking for those PWF Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, you can see the toll this match has already taken on Danny King, that slow ascent, trying to make his way up. Just Nick to his feet, using the ropes, hopping on that ladder.
Oh, meeting King up there as the two men exchange fists. Oh, whichever man could get the advantage and knock the other one off the ladder is in a great position to retrieve those championships. As there you see Nick getting a hand on one of them right there.
Oh, no.
Oh,
There
Danny
goes Danny
King's down. Just Nick is there. Just Nick is up top.
King down.
The titles are right there for the taking. There's a step. Nick just has to reach up.
Oh.
King's right there to push the ladder over and knock Nick down to the outside.
Danny King saving this matchup for the Dream Team as he gets right back on it, getting that ladder.
Yeah, Danny knows he's got to get that ladder in position so he can grab those tag team championships. Now might be the best chance he has with Nick taking the tumble off of that ladder.
Danny King beginning to climb one more time as Kenny Calypso finds his way into the ring, grabbing the feet of Danny King.
Oh, Kenny taking shots to King. They're in the center of the ring, and an eat defeat right off the ladder for DK, and now wrenching the arm, and an eat defeat once more by Calypso. Oh, Kenny now setting the ladder up.
It was perfectly in position because of
it looks
Danny
like
King.
Kenny's moving the ladder into a different position here. Something else on the mind of Calypso.
Well, to win this match, you really have to decimate your opponents. Both teams trying to go for the win. No dice for either of them, so they're thinking punishment.
Oh, Kenny clubbing blows with King draped across the top part of that chair. Oh, Kenny off the ropes, looking for the pineapple slicer, connecting right across the throat of King is that chair.
King might be out. He just got decapitated with that pineapple slicer on the chair.
And Kareem connecting with another big kick to Nick on the outside. And now Kenny moving the ladder once more as King lay across the canvas in the center of the ring. Calypso with the chair in hand.
What is Kenny thinking?
Kenny looking to go high risk,
Oh, Nick with a chair on the outside there. You see in the background connecting head first on that steel chair. And now Kenny on top of the ladder with the chair in hand. We've seen Calypso do some crazy things in the past before.
Super duper Calypso, oh my God!
Dropping off the ladder face first.
Ref, can you check on Danny King?
Kenny is gonna give it his all here. This is where he typically pulls out all the stops, these TLC type matches. Oh, big boot from Kareem on the outside, crushing Nick's skull.
But Nick's used to that. He should be able to recover quick. But with the big boot of doom onto the chair, onto Nick's skull, that might be too much. As Kenny Calypso climbing the ladder on the inside of the ring. Casey Kareem meeting him on top with a shot to the head.
Kareem and Calypso battling it out on that ladder.
The two men up top in great position. Oh, rake of the eyes by Kareem. Has a front face lock on Calypso.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, this is not gonna.
Oh no, 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 no.
Oh, Calypso looks like he's
don't
blocking it. Calypso blocking the move right now, trying to find a way out, is able to do so. And Calypso using Kareem's face right on top of that top plate of the ladder.
And now Kenny.
Kenny, what are you doing?
Oh, a sunset bomb! A sunset bomb off the ladder.
All four of these men have gone through a car wreck, and we still don't have a winner here at Burnout 5, but Kenny Calypso is feeling it.
Yeah, Kenny is running off of pure adrenaline right now. Not a thought in his mind, just pure instinct after coming off of that ladder.
Well, there rarely is a thought in the mind of Kenny Calypso, but I know one thing. He's thinking about those championships as he's getting Casey Kareem out of the way. Nick on the outside is stirring. I haven't seen Danny King in a few minutes. What are Just Vibin thinking?
Well, Nick went and retrieved a table and is looking to set it up here on the outside. And now Calypso going to work back on the fallen Kareem after a brutalizing sunset bomb. Oh, the crowd in the front row right there beginning to scurry. I can't say I blame him after some of the action we've seen here tonight at Burnout.
They want to permanently take Casey Kareem out of this match.
There's no call for that.
Strategy-wise, this might be the smartest thing they've done all match. As Kenny Calypso goes to the top rope.
Oh, my.
Casey Kareem pinned down on that chair by Just Nick. Oh, my God, Kenny.
Kenny off the
what
top.
are you doing?
Casey's
Kenny,
on
you're
the table.
Kenny off the top rope.
A top shelf frog splash connecting through the table on the outside.
Do these idiots know they still have to climb a ladder?
I don't know who's going to stop him. Casey Kareem might be out of this permanently. Just Nick into the ring. There's nothing to stop him.
Now Nick, the only individual not involved in that impactful moment there, setting the ladder up, a clear pathway to the PWF Tag Team Championships is Nick.
This is going to be it.
He's hopping his way
Nick
up.
hobbling up.
Oh, Danny King stirring. Danny King has a chair, connects to the back of Nick, and sends Nick down off the ladder, connects once more with the chair. Oh, King now setting the chair up, opening it up. It's sitting open there, and now getting Nick in position. Oh, my.
That's it.
Oh, the undreamier face first into the chair.
Pleasant nightmares. And now,
oh man, Just Nick.
Danny King
Oh, it's
pinning Just Nick underneath that ladder.
Great strategy by DK.
No, Nick's got nowhere to go now as King's stomping away. There you see Kenny beginning to stir in the ring as King ascending the ladder, scaling it high. Kenny trying to chase him down.
But how much does Kenny have left in the tank after throwing himself with reckless abandon off that top rope through the table?
How is KC Kareem even back into the ring?
How's he even alive?
Calypso with headbutts to King.
And he's
reaching,
got his
he's got his
hands.
hands
belt.
there.
He's got the belt.
Kareem with a chair. Connects to the back once more. Oh my.
Oh my God.
Oh, KC has Calypso. Oh no, there's a chair. Table to the outside. A gulag bomb to the outside.
Kenny straight to the gulag while the Dream Team ascends the ladder. They have their hands on the titles.
Nick is pinned underneath the ladder. The Dream Team is there, and they have pulled the titles down. The Dream Team are new tag team champions.
PWF
Here
has
are
entered
your
the Dream
winners
World.
and the new PWF Tag Team Champions, KC Kareem and Danny King, the Dream Team.
What a hell of a match!
The dream has come true here tonight at Burnout for Danny King and KC Kareem.
The Dream Team avenging their only opportunity at the PWF Tag Team Championships back in January, and now can call themselves champions here in PWF. Oh my. Guys, what a matchup. What brutality we just saw here in this TLC match. I mean, we knew we would see a car wreck, so to say, of action, but I think that surpassed anything that we could have imagined. And KC Kareem effectively destroying Calypso with a gulag bomb outside over the top rope, through a table, onto the concrete floor. And Danny King pinning Nick underneath the ladder with nowhere to go. And that opened up the window, the door, the pathway, if you will, to the Dream World here in PWF.
The Dream Team able to make it happen here tonight. Kenny Calypso and Just Nick thought their experience was going to keep those titles around their waist. Well, guess what? Not tonight. It's a new world, and it's a dream world.
That, the new PWF Tag Team Champions.
Well, this has been building for some time. And now somebody's going to be left on their back staring up at the lights. And someone gets to say, I walk away as the victor, and they're going to have to go through hell to get there.
It looks like Shawn Hendrix has brought his weapon of choice.
From Seattle, Washington, the Black Hole, Shawn Hendrix.
Shawn Hendrix making his way out to the ring, kendo stick in hand, ready to do battle.
You know, Shawn Hendrix, this matchup will fare Shawn Hendrix pretty well. We've seen the type of brutality and, no pun intended, the maliciousness behind Shawn Hendrix here in PWF ever since he made his debut here with Legion.
Absolutely, ever since basically taking the reins of Legion and turning it into what it became, Shawn Hendrix has been just on a tear. Malice looking to make a name for himself outside of the shadow of Legion for once.
Shawn Hendrix invoking the name of Malice's deceased father in the build-up to this matchup after kicking Mason Malice from Legion.
From Seattle, Washington, Mason Malice!
And Mason makes his way through that curtain with purpose and intent.
But quite frankly, Jacob, it could be for the last time as well. He has to survive the brutality of the black hole, Shawn Hendrix.
Well, Jacob, you mentioned it earlier. The victor of this match will walk out. The person who is on the losing end of this match won't walk out at all.
Yeah, the person who loses this thing is getting carried out.
Mason Malice right there could be making a mistake, turning his back to Shawn Hendrix before this match starts.
Well, there's the bell.
I'm really sure what's in the mind of either of these men. Retribution certainly for Mason Malice, but for Shawn Hendrix, be nothing but brutality.
Yeah, for Shawn Hendrix, this is just to prove a point.
There you see double leg takedown. Mason going right after Shawn after all the things that Shawn has done and said to Mason and his family. Oh, the malicious bomb connecting right
early.
there.
Mason Malice utilizing his size and strength advantage, going on the offensive very early against Shawn Hendrix. Smart move in this last man standing match.
Referee administering that count. Competitor has to be down for 10 seconds for their opponent to win this matchup. So no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. Once a competitor reaches their feet, the count is broken. And now Hendrix to the outside. Mason Malice following suit with an elbow drop from the apron.
Yeah, Mason Malice, one of the most devastating bruisers in independent professional wrestling,
right to the stairs.
Throwing Shawn Hendrix into the steel steps.
You know, we've seen Mason brawl with just about the likes of anybody here in PWF, and you're seeing it on full display right now, utilizing the steel ring steps and taking a punch right there straight to the face of Shawn Hendrix, and that same face connecting with the steel ring post here on the outside.
I'm expecting a whole hell of a lot of carnage in this match.
Yeah, this is so personal for Mason. You've got to imagine that he's going to put a kind of hurt on Shawn Hendrix that he previously hasn't administered here at PWF. But Shawn Hendrix, to his credit, knows exactly what Mason Malice is capable of. He's groomed him, has prepared him for this very moment. So you could not imagine two better matched up opponents for a last man standing encounter.
Although that is true, Jacob, you know, Shawn Hendrix took Mason Malice under his wing, but did Shawn Hendrix teach Mason everything that he knows? We know that Mason knows just about everything he knows because of Shawn, but did Shawn teach everything he knows to Mason?
Mason breaking that line and dishing out one of his own, turning Shawn Hendrix inside out. Referee starts his count as Hendrix begins to stir. Mason not going to win so easy, dumping Hendrix back out to the outside. Mason with malicious intent now.
Oh, Shawn on the outside. Mason off the ropes, coming in full head of steam. Connected head first with a trash can lid. And that stopped Mason mid-air, colliding with the concrete floor.
Like a hawk hitting the windshield of a 747.
And the tide of this match is turned now. After Mason ate that trash can lid, diving to the outside. Firm control is Shawn Hendrix.
That's how quickly the tide can turn in a matchup like this, especially when you have someone as dangerous as Shawn Hendrix.
Referee checking on Malice on the outside. Malice slow to get up. And here comes Shawn Hendrix.
That trash can lid crashing into the lower back. And that's the target of punishment right there, because the lower back muscles are what help you stand up. And without those muscles fully intact and functioning, it's going to be impossible to stand up and win this matchup for Mason.
Shawn Hendrix throwing heavy punches to the head of Mason Malice, trying to disorient and keep him off his feet. Shawn Hendrix, one of the great masters of head games, but he is also just so vicious.
Well, Shawn Hendrix leading up into this matchup, certainly getting under the skin of Mason Malice, knowing all the tricks, knowing all the mind games. Oh, and here with those kendo shots, already breaking that kendo stick.
A single shot already breaking it. My goodness, you see the whip action of that kendo stick already coming into play, and now using it to choke out Mason Malice.
Just squeezing on the neck of Malice. Malice trying to escape from that kendo stick. Choke and a side Russian leg sweep from Shawn Hendrix.
Referee begins the count.
Well, Mason, you know that the fight within Mason is going to be hard to kill after everything he's endured and all the words that have been said to him. But you have to believe that, or at least wonder, my goodness, if the words that Shawn Hendrix have planted in the head of Mason Malice are going to get into the mind of Mason Malice. Are they going to play a role in keeping Mason off of his game?
Hendrix looking nonchalant in the corner there, as Mason stirs to his feet, and another kendo shot. It's blocked! Blocked by Mason.
Well, Mason absorbing the blow and connecting, and now in sole control of the kendo stick. Oh, Mason rearing back, swinging for the fences, connects.
Oh, gonna try to crack open the back of Shawn Hendrix' rib cage with that kendo stick. Hard shots.
Oh, using that kendo stick now, just shoving it into the throat. Mason wanting to end the oxygen of Shawn Hendrix.
I say it on every show, if you can't breathe, you can't fight.
It's a very valid point.
There's not a whole lot of fight left in Shawn Hendrix with a crushed trachea. As Mason Malice rolls to the outside.
Well, looking for some more tools here to do his bidding in this last man standing match. Oh, my. Oh, the chair.
Right to the midsection, and now hard shot incoming. Looking to rearrange the spinal column.
Now setting it up in the center of the ring. You can see that chair distorted a little bit after being smashed across the back of Hendrix, and now a power slam right into the chair. And now the count begins.
Count begins, and it's anybody's guess if either of them will get to their feet. Mason looks like he has a good shot. Onto a knee. But he is wobbly at best. Crawling.
The referees count at 6 now, and Mason wisely rolling to the outside to have his feet hit the floor. And breaks the count. Shawn Hendrix using the ropes to climb up, but so much punishment has been issued to Shawn, he fell right back down, and now Mason, oh my, Mason now grabbing a table.
As if we haven't seen enough carnage with the tables here tonight.
We just cleaned the ring area up full of table debris and ladder destruction. But in this last man standing contest, as we mentioned, you have to incapacitate your opponent for the referee's count of 10. by any means necessary.
Mason face first into that turnbuckle. And now Shawn Hendrix on the attack. Crushing that boot down across the face and throat of Mason Malice.
A stomp going right across the face. And now Shawn surveying the land here.
Yeah, Shawn Hendrix sees that a table has been introduced. He sees an opportunity.
And Shawn setting up the table while Mason still struggling to get up to his feet. Trying to get his wherewithal. Mason's able to break the count as gingerly as he can, but the use of the ropes. And now Shawn constructing the table, getting the trash can lid. Oh, Mason just punched right through the trash can lid and connected with the face of Shawn Hendrix with the trash can lid once more. Now Shawn and Mason trading offensive shots here. Neither man willing to relent the position and momentum of this last man standing match.
Yeah, these two going at it. Misses the big boot. Up, down.
Right through the table. Shawn Hendrix has been laid out through the middle of that table. A pop-up spine buster connecting. And once again, Mason on his feet on the outside as the referee continues to count. The count is now up to 5. And you see Mason in the background grabbing some more tools and tossing that crutch into the ring and connecting with Shawn Hendrix.
There goes the garbage can.
Oh, Shawn on his feet and got met with a trash can, now wearing it like a Halloween costume, unlike the mask he's wearing.
And now Mason with that kendo stick, swinging away.
Now Mason using Shawn Hendrix like a piñata. And now Shawn sitting in the corner with the trash can on him. Here comes Mason on the opposite end, head of steam. A cannonball right into the trash can.
Had to cave Shawn Hendrix's head right in.
Oh, Mason.
Oh, Mason's not done.
Oh, Mason's bringing the steel steps into the ring. I hope he don't rip the canvas.
It's a new canvas.
Oh, Shawn gingerly escaping outside of his trash can bodysuit.
Might be a wise idea to stay down, Shawn.
And now draped across the steel steps. Mason lining him up in the corner. Oh, Shawn can't get to his feet. Mason, here he comes. A stomp right onto the steel steps.
Curb stomped him right into the steel.
Now, what is that? What does Mason have?
That's a damn body bag.
That's a body bag.
I told you, Trent. The loser of this match is getting carted out of here.
Well, I mean, I've seen last man standing matches before. I don't believe I've ever seen a body bag be implemented in one of those matchups. I mean, Mason Malice, we heard in that pre-match package that Mason planned on destroying Shawn Hendrix and looks to do just that. Well, he's got Shawn laying him down and now sliding him into the body bag. Shawn has been destroyed, incapacitated enough to where Mason is able to take advantage and is still doing so. Now the mandible claws on Shawn Hendrix. The very move that Shawn Hendrix uses to incapacitate and put away his opponents, Mason just used on him, and now Mason has zipped up the body bag. Shawn is not quite all the way in the body bag yet. as the referee's count continues to climb. Referee's count now up to 6. It's now up to 7. Mason, there you see Mason just waiting for the count to dwindle down. And at the count of 9, Shawn Hendrix begins to stir. No! Shawn Hendrix could not get up because the body bag had kept him tied.
Mason Malice!
Well, there you go. Some vindication for Mason Malice here tonight.
Mention the aforementioned
Mason
PWF
Malice
Lone
walks
Star
away with the victory in this match.
A fatal 4-way contest. There's that person you had mentioned, Jacob, with a mean streak a mile wide. The Street Samurai, Ronin Reyes, a man who is looking for his moment, and what a moment it could be here tonight, a golden moment, if you will, if he's able to capture that coveted Lone Star Championship.
Absolutely gold on the line. And
introducing first, the challenger from Houston, Texas, the moment maker, Ronin Reyes.
As I was saying, an excellent opportunity for Ronin Reyes here tonight. Fatal 4-way with the Lone Star Championship on the line. We talked about odds, we talked about the math, we talked about what chances these competitors have walking into a match like this. This is the best chance Ronin Reyes has to walk away with the Lone Star Championship in a long, long time.
Ronin Reyes doesn't even need to pin the champion to get gold around his waist, but another man right now who has title aspirations, Roger Vick.
And his opponent from Houston, Texas, the realest rock star, Roger Vick!
You know, Roger Vick has been displaying an entirely new attitude as of late, rock star vibes. And you've got to say, it's worked out fairly well for him. Got him into this 4-way contest for the Lone Star Championship. We'll see if it pays off.
Well, if it's going to pay off, he's going to go through one of the hottest upstart blue chippers here in PWF.
And her opponent from Mobile, Alabama, the Jackpot, Jrock!
Yeah, Jackpot Jrock, you hit the nail on the head. Blue chip talent.
I mean, we talked about Dustin for the longest time as one of the fastest rising stars here in PWF. Dare I say, Jackpot, I think, has surpassed the Wind Dragon's momentum, at least in the sense of how quickly he has risen to this height here in PWF.
Well, that's the thing with being on top. You stay there long enough, you start to get stale, and Dustin is running that risk. He can get complacent. He's running in place. Whereas those men in the ring, they're hungry, they're determined, they want that championship.
And let's not forget how Jackpot got into this match.
Hailing from the Sky Temple, the PWF Lone Star Champion, the Wind Dragon, Dustin Nguyen.
Jackpot Jrock picking up a victory in a 3-man matchup last month at Livewire, one that Dustin Nguyen was a part of, and that earned Jrock a shot at this match. Dustin Nguyen looking for some retribution, but to do so, he has to go through 3 competitors. Odds not in the side of Dustin Nguyen's corner tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to put your money on anything other than the hungry competitors that are staring down Dustin Nguyen at this point. Any 3 of them capable on their own, but those 3 in a fatal 4-way situation, the odds might be insurmountable. Dustin may not factor into the outcome of this match.
Very good point, Jacob. And you want to talk about luck, you want to talk about odds. It's hard not to bet on the luckiest guy here at PWF, Jackpot Jrock.
And luck doesn't have a whole lot to do with it. He is a generational talent. You don't rise up the ranks as quickly as
and there's
Jackpot.
the bell, and these men going right at it.
Roger Vick working on Jackpot. Dustin and Ronin Reyes exchanging blows in the corner.
Here for a brawl to start us off here in this Lone Star Championship
reversal.
match. And Ronin and Roger Vick taken out early. And right now, the ring is owned by Jackpot Jrock and the champion Dustin Nguyen.
This right here is what Burnout is all about. Two of the best competitors you'll find anywhere facing off with gold on the line. We've already seen one championship change hands here tonight. Two championships change hands here tonight. The Premier Lucha Championship and the Tag Team Championships changing hands here at Burnout 2024. Could the Lone Star Championship be next on the chopping block?
Well, talking a chopping block. Big chop from just Dustin Nguyen on the Jackpot Jrock.
That was that cartwheel shotgun drop kick right there.
Yeah, Dustin Nguyen. I talked about the danger of becoming complacent, but you can never doubt the athletic ability and the heart of Dustin Nguyen. He brings it every single time he steps into the ring, that's for sure.
Now two of these challengers taking turns on Dustin Nguyen. Looks like Roger Vick and Ronin Reyes teaming up right now to try to put down the champion, as some fight is still left within Dustin Nguyen. Nguyen into the corner. Here comes Ronin Reyes with a big knee, followed up behind him. Dustin taking a big European uppercut from Roger Vick.
And you got to imagine this is a very strong strategy on the part of Ronin Reyes and Roger Vick, eliminating Dustin as a threat, because as long as Dustin can draw breath, he is a dangerous individual in a fatal four-way situation. Temporary alliances definitely can pay off in this situation.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, when the time comes to make a pin cover, who's going to be the one to make that pin cover? Would it be Roger or Ronin? And you got to believe that with every man for themselves, they would take stance with the other trying to go for a win. There's Roger right there, and there's Ronin doing exactly what I was just mentioning, reading my mind there. As we said, every man for himself here in this fatal four-way. One fall to a finish.
Guys.
Rockstar
Guys,
and Ronin argue. Jackpot's up on the top rope. A drop kick to both individuals.
Look at the height. Look at the distance that Jackpot was able to get off that top rope.
Swinging and miss.
Jackpot back into this match. Double back suplex from Jrock.
Where did he get that strength from? And now a kip up to boot. My gosh.
That's the tenacity. That's the heart of this young upstart. Jackpot going for broke. Double pin. Trying to get both Roger Vick and Ronin Reyes with that pin. No dice. But huge heart here that we're seeing from young Jackpot Jrock. Picking up Roger Vick now as Ronin stirring back up to his feet.
Oh, Roger holding on to Jackpot's leg. Right there for a knee from the Street Samurai.
The moment maker could be making his moment tonight here at Burnout. Could be the new Lone Star champion.
Oh, Jackpot in a bad spot. Oh, my goodness. Meet me in the middle, basically. Connecting.
Jackpot's dome getting crushed there by Ronin Reyes and Roger Vick.
Whoa! Oh, and Roger trying to take advantage, sending Ronin Reyes at least off to the side so Roger can take advantage. Well, didn't throw Ronin outside of the ring.
Yeah, Ronin got caught up in the ropes, and Roger, he's rushing. He needs to slow down. He needs to pay attention to where he is, have some situational awareness. That rock star mentality might be coming back to bite him in the ass.
Oh,
there's his moment.
Ronin saying it's his moment with that running knee, sends Roger down. Roger on the apron, Jackpot in the corner, Dustin out on the outside. Oh, the moment could be now for Reyes, as the opportunity is there, as all three of his opponents are really at a loss right now.
It's all about moments, Gilbo. It's uh-oh. Watch out for Dustin. Dustin's back into this matchup.
As we said, as long as he can draw breath.
And there he goes. Ronin Reyes staying on top of absolutely everybody in this matchup.
As he has to.
Ronin with some clubbing blows onto Roger Vick. Looking to whip him off here.
Sending Roger, oh, reversal, changing track. Roger back into the corner, a flying elbow. Roger blocks, fist to the face. Another one from Roger. And now the two temporary alliance members now going at it one-on-one.
Whip off reverse. Roger into the ropes. Sunset flip gets him all the way. Cover two. Here comes Roger. Whoa, watch out.
Got caught right there from
Big knee to
Reyes.
the face from Reyes.
Reyes now in firm control. Jackpot coming in. But Reyes not willing to give up his moment here.
Oh, face first once more into the middle turnbuckle.
Folded him like an accordion.
Ronin Reyes, just a house of fire, keeping control of this match, fending off three other competitors. There goes Ronin. Oh, Ronin over the top.
Oh, he landed on his feet, thankfully for himself on the outside. But that's enough momentum.
Watch
Here
out.
comes Roger. Suicide dive onto the floor. My goodness.
Man, and we got everybody down.
This is how much the Lone Star title means to these four men, as all competitors throwing themselves caution to the wind. And now the Wind Dragon standing tall in the ring as Roger and Ronin begin to stir on the outside. Jackpot on the apron. Here comes Dustin off the rope.
Wow!
Over the top rope. Dustin throwing his body over the top onto two of his opponents.
And it is just a field of carcasses here in front of us at the Houston Premier Arena. And Jackpot Jrock is hyped up as he begins his ascent up to the top.
Jrock looking to take advantage of a melee on the outside, ascending to the top rope.
Oh my, Jackpot. A moonsault to the outside.
Jackpot clearing the field.
Jackpot going all in on that moonsault.
But Jackpot, you can't win out there. Throw someone into the ring quick. Get a pinfall, kid.
He's got his hands on Ronin Reyes, rolling him into the ring.
Oh, Reyes flat on his back.
Could it be time for the Royal Flush, Trent? There he goes.
Oh, no one home.
And there's Roger.
Roger caught him. Up for a power bomb. Couldn't get it. Able to roll him up. Ronin Reyes with the breakup. Kick to the face.
Oh, what a brief gleaming moment for Jackpot, as we thought we were on our way to a new Lone Star champion. And now Reyes looking to capitalize. The German suplex to Dustin, but Dustin right back up, and now a Snapdragon.
And all of a sudden, Dustin Nguyen, that fire building up inside of him, trying to control that Lone Star Championship for one more month, and Jackpot Jrock has another thing to say to Dustin. Kick to the gut, gearing up.
The bankroll.
Flipping him over, just a 2 count.
And Jackpot can feel that championship within his grasp. He just needs to connect with something big, as it looks like he's going to go up top again, maybe looking for that Royal Flush onto Dustin Nguyen.
Well, Dustin's laid down. Up top, there you see Roger coming in, trying to stop Jackpot from hitting that big 450. As Jackpot now shoving Roger into Ronin Reyes on the outside. Jackpot's up top.
This is your chance.
Oh, the Fatal Gale connected midair. Dustin got the Fatal Gale. Here's a cover.
Oh my God.
Dustin connecting with the Fatal Gale in the midair to retain the Lone Star Championship.
And still the PWF Lone Star Champion, the Wind Dragon, Dustin Nguyen.
Dustin Nguyen showing that sometimes, even if the odds aren't in your favor, if you put the heart and soul that you know you have into it, you can walk out still the Lone Star champion. What an amazing matchup.
Just like that, in the blink of an eye, the Fatal Gale comes from out of nowhere to aid Dustin in a championship retention tonight at Burnout. Dustin extending his hand, a form of respect to his competitor, and is reciprocated by Jackpot.
Jackpot's not happy, but he knows Dustin Nguyen won that one fair and square. You can't even argue with that.
No, that's exactly what happened. And Dustin, I mean, like you said, the odds stacked against him, and still Dustin found a way to walk out of Burnout champion here tonight.
The Wind Dragon.
You see the after effects, though, as Dustin hobbling, favoring his feet there after what a matchup that he's had. A great fatal four-way matchup and a fabulous title retention by Dustin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the portion of the show where we will see the PWF Women's Championship on the line as Shay KarMichael will defend her title against Kelsey Raegen.
That's right, Kelsey Raegen making her PWF debut here tonight to challenge for the PWF Women's Championship. Shay KarMichael won that championship from Rachel Rose earlier this year and has been doing a good job defending it thus far. But Kelsey Raegen is a tough chick, so it's going to be interesting to see how this thing goes down. So let's go ahead and throw it to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the PWF Women's Championship.
Well, Kelsey Raegen challenging for the PWF Women's Championship here tonight. Yeah. One half of the current Shine Tag Team Champions.
Your jaw's on the floor, Gilbo.
No. Jacob, pick up your jaw.
Kelsey Raegen is one of the most, let's put it this way, interesting figures in any women's division that you will ever see. You look at the figure that's walking down right now, and you do not understand the level of brutality that can come out of that woman. If you have not seen Kelsey Raegen in action, she is violence personified when she wants to be.
Kelsey certainly a big star in the Shine promotion. A huge challenge tonight for Shay KarMichael. Could be seeing yet another title change here at Burnout 5.
It has been a night of spectacular title defenses. A record-breaking night here at PWF. And we roll on as we await the arrival of the PWF Women's Champion.
Kelsey Raegen full of confidence, thinking she's going to be taking home some gold. But to do that, she has to get through one of the strongest champions we have here at PWF, someone who's definitely able to dish out some punishment of her own.
Yeah, we've seen what Shay KarMichael is capable of. You don't believe me? Ask Rachel Rose.
Yeah, Rachel Rose, the former PWF Women's Champion, as Shay KarMichael with that championship just 119 days ago at Anarchy, and has defended it against the likes of Emmy Camacho and Tootie Lynn, two very formidable female competitors in this sport.
And now she's staring face to face with Kelsey Raegen.
Scheduled for one fall. It is for the PWF Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger from the Bloodbath Burlesque. She is the Countess of the Cabaret, Kelsey Raegen. Texas. She is the PWF Women's Champion. You love to hate her, Shay KarMichael.
I don't know about that, Ashley. I like Shay. I like to like Shay.
It sounds like some fans in here will agree with you, Dan.
Certainly a very dominant women's champion here at PWF.
Well, it's one of the most hotly contested titles that PWF has ever seen. Whenever you talk about competition, you can talk about the women's division here at PWF. The caliber of talent that's come through the door seeking to walk away with that championship over the last 2 years has been nothing short of phenomenal. And that streak continues here tonight with Kelsey Raegen stepping into the building.
Well, it looks like Shay is kind of nonchalantly not taking her opponent very seriously.
Well, Shay is nothing if not confident.
Oh, that we have definitely seen before. But as you mentioned, Jacob, Kelsey Raegen has a mean streak, a dark side, if you will, to her. That if Shay KarMichael pushes the right button, she will see it firsthand. And if so, we just very might have a new PWF Women's Champion here tonight at Burnout.
Go behind standing switch from KarMichael. Headlock takeover, putting the challenger down quick.
Not a bad idea to keep Kelsey Raegen on the defensive. At this point, Shay KarMichael has established herself as a champion. There's no reason not to take... not to put your foot on the gas and leave it there.
Put your foot on the gas or grab a handful of hair.
Tomato, tomato.
Lock up, go behind by Kelsey Raegen. Side headlock applied by the challenger.
Yeah, Kelsey trying to work Shay down here. Arm drag takeover, not releasing. And now working that shoulder and elbow. Trying to grind Shay down. Shay back to her feet.
Hammerlock into a headlock. Headlock firmly applied as Shay getting Kelsey down to a knee.
Trying to take control of that arm. Putting Kelsey in a vulnerable position right now with that wrist lock. Kelsey trying to find, a creative way out of it. And is able to reverse it. Oh, KarMichael with a brutal forearm to the face.
That's one way to retort. And there's another. Whip off into the buckle goes Shay. Here comes Kelsey, nobody home. Shay going in for a big line, kicked away. Here comes Shay again, missed. Kelsey rolls her up, rolls through, and a kick to the head. Cover.
2. Just a 2 count. I was going to say, Dan, sometimes all the technical prowess in the world doesn't really matter whenever someone kicks you in the teeth.
That's absolutely correct, Jacob, but at the end of the day, it's a 3 count. If you're able to roll up your opponent into a quick 3, you could win very quickly.
Oh, change of direction right there by KarMichael.
And what I say about a handful of hair.
If it works, it works.
And that's what it's all about here at PWF. Burnout. We get a boot to the neck of Kelsey Raegen applied by the champion, Shay KarMichael. And more pressure applied to the neck of the challenger. Shay just on top right now.
Yeah, Shay, the aggressor here, sends Kelsey Raegen to the opposite corner.
Oh, up and over right there. Oh, Kelsey grabbing that hair and sending KarMichael down. And Shay retreats to the outside.
Little tit for tat from the challenger.
Oh, Shay doesn't see that Kelsey is meeting her on the other side.
Shay, watch out, Shay!
Oh, missed on that line. Oh, KarMichael tripped her up. Having a seat on the apron is Raegen.
Smart move by Shay, seeing it coming. Whoa!
Oh, going for a hook turn around on the outside. KarMichael pumped the brakes and now a powerbomb into the apron.
Shay KarMichael showing off
cover.
Some of that power. Rolls into the cover, gets a 2 count. Now putting the boots to Kelsey Raegen, working her into the corner. leaving her with not a whole lot of room to maneuver. And now the boot right on the throat.
Shay's getting angry.
Yeah, the arm sleeves came off. I don't believe I have yet to see KarMichael do that here in PWF.
Well, you know, this is a big show. This is a big opportunity for Shay to show off in front of, you know, some of the most people that we get to perform in front of here in the calendar year of PWF. Whoa, big slam of the head down to the bottom turnbuckle from Shay KarMichael going for the pin. We got a cover, nonchalant cover.
Yeah, Shay KarMichael looking here tonight on the biggest stage that PWF offers to cement her legacy as one of the greatest legitimate women's champions in PWF history. And if she has to pull out some aggression to do that, more power to her. In fact, I think that that's what she has to do to distinguish herself as a champion in this company.
Jacob, who would you call an illegitimate women's champion?
I will plead the fifth.
Oh, there's a sunset flip out of the corner by Raegen. Oh, basement drop kick. KarMichael followed up with a cover, but too close to the ropes as Raegen reaching over with a foot. Official right on top of it, didn't even administer a count. Now the fight continues on. As Raegen trying to crawl, trying to find some refuge in that bottom rope. Missed on that enziguri kick. KarMichael ducked it, and now a cover. Oh, roll up, reversal. Only a 2 count. KarMichael back up to her feet, kick to the side of the head.
And that might be all she wrote. Kelsey might be out. Cover, 1, 2.
Well, KarMichael might live to regret the nonchalant covers that she's been going for in this matchup, allowing her opponent to easily get out of that predicament.
Well, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and I think that Shay KarMichael walks it very well. She has earned her reputation, and she has shown what she's capable of.
Oh, and now standing on the hair, pulling the arms. Wisely breaking up the count before getting to 5, risking disqualification.
Now, you could say that Shay KarMichael is underestimating Kelsey Raegen, but as we've seen so far in this matchup, Shay has been taking it to the challenger quite effectively.
Sometimes you can't tell that a plan has come together until the plan has been executed properly. We don't know what's going on within the mind of Shay KarMichael. We can only guess, and we won't really know as Kelsey with that kick on the outside.
I think a boot is going through the mind of Shay KarMichael right now.
Well said, Dan.
Well, Shay turned around, doesn't see Raegen up on top. Big high crossbody connects, takes down the champion.
This could be the opening that Kelsey Raegen needs.
Shay KarMichael pulling herself up in the corner, using the ropes for assistance. Kelsey now back to her feet. Kelsey full head of steam.
Big clothesline and a big back elbow. And all of a sudden, the challenger is back into this match.
Kelsey into the corner, big running strikes, kick to the midsection, and a big knee lift. Rolls the champion out of the corner, big discus elbow, cover, hooks the leg, 2. Still not enough to put away the champion.
Kelsey needs to start operating with a sense of urgency. You have the champion down. You got to get on top of her. You got to keep the flurry of offense coming.
Oh, picking her up.
Here we go.
Up on her shoulders. KarMichael quickly out of it. Big forearm. Stuns Raegen. Off the ropes goes Shay, but she got followed up with an elbow from Raegen. Kelsey going off the ropes. Shay meets her.
Just going blow for blow, these two.
Oh, these two just following each other like a shadow with offensive moves. Oh, KarMichael reversal.
Whoa.
Side suplex connects.
This could be it. We got to cover.
Raegen able to get that shoulder up. Not enough pressure applied on the upper torso.
Raegen able to withstand so much punishment that's been dished out throughout this entire match by Shay KarMichael.
KarMichael now in control, looking for the car wreck to put this match away. Raegen finds a way out of it. Super kick connects. Sends Shay into the corner.
Here comes Kelsey, looking for a big tornado DDT.
And the cover. 1, 2, no.
Not enough.
Shay able to get that shoulder up at the last possible second. Kelsey Raegen very close to walking away with that Premier Women's Championship, but not enough to put away Shay.
Kelsey looks like she's about to go for broke here, going up top.
High rent district. Oh, no one home on that moonsault.
Pool is empty.
Oh.
Here comes Shay. Huge knee.
Oh, picking her up, slamming her down with a spine buster, now stacking her up.
And that's all she wrote.
Here's your winner, and still the PWF Women's Champion, Shay KarMichael.
Well, the 119-day reign continues on as the PWF Women's Champion retains her championship here tonight.
Oh,
absolute disrespect between these two women. Shay KarMichael able to walk away, still holding that championship high.
who is going to be able to dethrone Shay KarMichael?
Your guess is as good as mine. Shay KarMichael once again establishing herself as one of the top champions anywhere in the state of Texas.
Shay becoming undeniable as of late.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue on, we are about to embark on the return of JJ Blake here inside a PWF ring, as he will take on the Pope, who is making his debut here in PWF.
Absolutely, Trent. This is a marquee matchup. This is the exact same kind of thing you normally see at a Burnout. Last year we had Brian Kendrick. This year we have the Pope. This is why it is the biggest stage that PWF can offer. And I absolutely cannot wait to see the return of JJ Blake.
Well, let's stop waiting. Let's go to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a singles match.
Well, it has been since the month of March, or should I say April, excuse me, at Ascension, since we have heard this song and seen this entrance and seen this very individual here in PWF. The last time we saw him, he was the defending PWF Premier Champion.
What a triumphant return.
From the great state of California, your California King, JJ Blake.
Well, that makes the third king on the show, Jacob.
It's more of an unofficial title for JJ Blake, but you know what? We'll accept it. He can join the club. We'll get t-shirts made.
You know, I got a California King bed. Very roomy.
Well, JJ Blake making his way back into the ring. A triumphant return for the king of the Black Hammer and the man who turned me on to the greatness of In-N-Out. Have you ever had that? It is great. Whataburger is garbage.
Shut up.
The lines are always way too long.
Get me a double-double after this show.
And there he is, making his entrance into the HPA.
Florida, he is the former WWE superstar, the former TNA and NWA television champion, and the current All-Caribbean champion, the Pope, Elijah Burk.
Well, you heard the bona fides. He's got a resume a mile long, and here tonight, he faces off against JJ Blake. My money's on JJ Blake.
Well, the last time JJ Blake stepped into a ring at Burnout, he won the PWF Premier Championship, cashing in his Ascension title that he had been holding for months ahead of time. Could JJ Blake walk out of Burnout victorious yet again here 1 year later?
JJ's cold eyes piercing a hole into the nonplussed Pope. Cali sucks chant ringing out.
Did these people not just witness the Dodgers win the World Series?
Well, that's a great point there, Jacob.
Oh, God.
But the Pope better watch out because he's going up against the Shoni Itani of PWF, JJ Blake.
That is correct. JJ Blake quite possibly has the best bona fides of anybody to step into the ring coming from PWF side. Former PWF Premier Champion. One of the best trainers in the state of Texas.
And he wants to get things going. Seems to be upset with the Pope's lack of chalantness.
Well, there's the bell. There's the bell, and now JJ Blake has an opportunity to face off again, as we said, against a former WWE superstar and against a former TNA champion.
Did you hear that, Jacob? Gilbo?
I heard it. JJ wants to wrestle man-to-man, he says.
Mano y mano.
Well, JJ Blake is more than up to the task here. Look at him. He looks in great shape.
Could be gearing up for a Matt Classic. Here at Burnout. Here we go. Lock up.
This has all the makings of being an instant classic here at Burnout. Pope, a 21-year veteran in professional wrestling. And Jacob, as you said, JJ Blake very well accoladed himself. Championships down the line, make a long list. A fantastic trainer here in the Houston area.
JJ Blake, the first ever New Texas Pro champion, started a lineage. Can the Pope say that? Has the Pope started any lineages? Can anyone check on that?
I'm sure the Pope's work speaks for itself. Whoa, and so does that big shoulder tackle from JJ Blake and an arm drag to boot.
Yeah, look at the athleticism, look at the speed, look at the power. Look at JJ Blake.
This is his yard that the Pope is trespassing on. And JJ Blake asserting himself early in this contest.
A collar and elbow tie up now, center of the ring. It's these two men trying to get advantage. Pope with a waist lock. JJ trying to find a way out of it. He's able to break it, reverse it.
Yeah, look at that. He has studied. He has walked into this thing ready.
Oh, Pope tripping up JJ from behind, taking him down. And the hammerlock applied now by Pope.
Oh, look at that. Into a hip toss and another arm drag from Blake. And now all of a sudden, JJ Blake is right back on top.
Exactly where he needs to be. JJ Blake showing off that prowess, showing off why he is JJ Blake, why he does have the accolades that he does, why he's able to carve those notches in his belt.
We got two super athletes here, and we're getting to enjoy it here in the Houston Premier Arena for Burnout. The crowd's starting to stir and get behind a Pope. Pope getting back up to his feet now. Pushing JJ closer to those ropes. Arm drag. And another big hip toss from the Pope. A receipt for Blake and a body slam.
JJ Blake takes a drop kick to the kisser, the Pope.
JJ calling over the referee. Man, I hope JJ's okay.
Oh!
JJ wants to wrestle. None of that fancy stuff from the Pope.
Taking offense to the drop kick that was there. And as we've seen thus far, these two trading move for move, hold for hold.
Did Blake want World of Sport rules? Possibly. JJ reeling in the corner as the Pope comes in to, reversed.
JJ now with the shoulder tackles into the midsection, into the corner.
Yeah, JJ Blake luring the Pope into a false sense of security there. Man, the referees here are getting out of hand.
Oh, good point, but that gave the Pope an opportunity to reverse JJ Blake into the corner, and a flurry of offense now from the Pope as JJ in a terrible position, eating that chop. Pope stays on top, now raining down fists on the dome of JJ Blake. Is this HPA audience starting to count along?
Oh, JJ got a hold of Pope now, pulling him out of the corner.
That's the strength of JJ Blake.
No effect whatsoever on the Pope. And now a clothesline sends JJ over the top, down to the outside.
That would have been a disqualification back in the old NWA.
Great point.
Shows you what sort of cheap tricks the Pope is willing to go to.
I'm sure JJ is going to be having a word with PWF officials after this match, but right now, Pope makes his way to the outside in hot pursuit of JJ Blake, grabbing a refreshment from the crowd, breaking the count.
It's not exactly the coolest place, Houston Premier Arena, temperature-wise.
Well,
we're
certainly on fire tonight.
Absolutely disrespectful.
I believe that would also be a disqualification in old NWA rules, Jacob.
Well, if this referee would do his damn job. Slow counting.
Oh, geez. That's an aluminum can. Yeah, ref, get on him.
How is that not a disqualification? That is a foreign object. Makes me sick to my stomach.
JJ rolled back in the ring, taking a shoulder check from the Pope. Oh! Kicking the ropes. And then gaining the upper hand.
Off the ropes goes JJ. Big bicycle kick and immediately into the cover.
But JJ going right back to it, taking the fight, fist to the face.
JJ Blake raining down blows on the Pope now. Still admonishing the referee. Double knees. Here goes JJ with the pin. Just a 1 count. JJ's gonna have to do a lot more than that to keep the Pope down. Especially if he wants that 3. A huge win it would be for JJ Blake to pin the Pope here at Burnout.
Well, the fans trying to get under the skin of JJ Blake.
Well, if I know JJ, that's not going to happen. JJ his mind is a steel trap.
And a proud Californian. No one can take that away from him, and he knows it. Wrenching back in that arm bar. Could be seeing a tap out from the Pope. Oh, cover. Whoa, rolled up. JJ Blake able to escape. Going for a big line.
That's just how quickly JJ Blake bounces back.
Always has that sense of urgency, always on top. Always has his wherewithal is JJ Blake. That's why he's one of the all-star competitors in the state of Texas.
Now you see JJ using his knee, his Pope draped across the bottom rope, wearing down Pope in this matchup, and JJ continues to be in control.
Crowd trying to will some life back into the Pope.
It looks like it might be working.
Forearm shivers as JJ gets launched into the corner. Here comes Pope, nobody home.
Off the ropes, JJ.
Splashing him, cover, 1, 2. A kick out from the Pope.
Yeah, JJ making the Pope work here tonight.
And now with the shin on the neck of the Pope, while JJ is admonishing the referee.
JJ's like choking Pope, but the referee didn't see it.
JJ Blake, king of multitasking there.
He can do it all.
I mean, JJ Blake is not a dumb competitor.
Oh, certainly one of the smartest that I've ever seen. That's why he's able to stay on top during the majority of this matchup so far. Gearing up for the best suplex in the world. Let's see it. Give these fans a show, JJ. Blocked by the Pope.
Oh, Pope blocking it once more. Oh, reversal.
Oh, no!
And Pope showing his version of the best suplex in the world there on the California man.
Just actively spitting in the face of the fans, depriving them of JJ's beautiful suplex.
Put your hands down, Gilbo. Oh, double line.
Both men down. JJ looking to try to get back to his feet to take advantage. You can see him trying to stir. But this match has taken quite a bit out of both competitors.
Referee's count up to 5. Little movement from both of these. Oh, here comes the Pope. He's grasping right now. Could be grasping at straws.
Trying to find the closest rope there.
The hell has been beaten out of him by JJ Blake so far in this matchup.
Trying
Some
to fight from
left.
his knees.
Here we go, some forearm shivers from the Pope. Taking it to JJ Blake. Blake down again. Whip reverse, Pope off the ropes and a flying forearm. Crowd firmly behind the visiting Pope as JJ Blake is on Dream Street. Elbow. Pope asking for another. One more, third time's a charm. 4, 5, and the blows keep coming from the Pope, and down goes JJ Blake.
JJ on the defensive, JJ reeling.
JJ now draped across the middle rope. Pope asking the crowd if they want to see some impactful action. Now Pope going up the ropes. JJ rolled out of the way.
Wow! Scoop power slam by the Pope. Cover. Just a 2 count.
Gonna need more than that to put away JJ Blake.
JJ almost catching Pope there, but Pope saw it coming, able to scoop slam JJ Blake. And now the Pope has got to be thinking about finishing this matchup off. As JJ gets whipped in the corner, reverse. There goes Pope, and here comes Black Hammer, no!
Got met with a boot to the face. Pope now sitting perched on the top rope.
No one home for the Pope. Kick to the gut.
Oh, DDT connecting.
Almost.
2 count, not enough for the Pope.
Near fall there. JJ Blake showing his resilience and his power here.
So much heart, so much tenacity from the champion of all television, JJ Blake. That California heart, that California bear. Up on the shoulders of the Pope. And JJ going for the eyes. Reverses it. Pope on top. Good night.
Oh,
there
my
you
goodness.
Go. Hooks the leg. 1,
This is
2.
over.
That's it. Come on.
No, only a 2 count. My gosh. A huge move dished out by Blake. And somehow
Pope barely able to get his shoulder up. Both men digging deep. Both men looking for that glimmer of opportunity to be able to put their opponent away. As JJ now lifting Pope up to the top turnbuckle.
JJ looking to make an emphatic statement here.
Another big forearm to the Pope.
Pope in a bad spot right now. JJ looking to issue out some big punishment here.
What's JJ Blake thinking? Up top in no man's land. He's thinking superplex. Pope trying to fight out of it. Shots to the gut and a big headbutt. Has JJ teetering. JJ Blake is down. Pope's on the top. Here's the Pope's chance.
Oh,
this
Pope
is the Pope's
realizing,
opportunity.
He's realizing that JJ's in position as he stands up top.
Move, JJ.
Oh, big elbow drop connects. Here's a cover. Oh,
and
only two.
JJ gets the shoulder up. Showing that resilience, showing that power.
JJ Blake still with a little bit of fight left in him. Pope can't believe it.
A whole lot of fight left in JJ Blake, believe you me.
Former PWF champion now. Still slow to move. Still in the middle of the ring. Rolling, can't seem to get to his feet as the Pope once again goes to the high rent district. And here comes JJ Blake.
Oh, reaching, distracting Pope, taking him off the top rope.
Blake playing possum, gearing up for the Black Hammer.
And that Black Hammer's lined up. It's ready.
This
Blake
could
is
spell
incensed.
disaster.
This is JJ's moment.
Black Hammer, here it comes.
Off the ropes.
Oh, turn him inside out.
Good night, Pope. See you next time.
What?
JJ cannot believe that was not it.
I can't believe that was not it.
To a lesser man, that would be it. But the Pope wants to make a statement here at Burnout. Crowd trying to get behind Pope. JJ sets him up. Pope
off the ropes goes JJ.
Oh my, what a big clothesline. Taking JJ down.
Pope, gotta go for the cover. Go for the cover, Pope.
No.
Not enough. Pope wasted too much time going for that cover. JJ given a respite, able to kick out of that. And JJ tongue out of his mouth. He is not here right now. JJ on instinct alone, able to kick out.
Well, adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
And that slap to the face may have woken up JJ Blake, but may have woken up the rage inside.
And now trading blows, center of the ring. It's a fist fight off the ropes. Countered by JJ. Into the ropes goes the Pope.
Sunset flip.
JJ
Blake
out of it.
Through. Single leg. Pope looking for a sharpshooter. Can he get him? Can he cross the legs and turn him over? One half of the way.
Legs are hooked. Turned over, sitting down on it, pressure applied, center of the ring. JJ's got nowhere to go.
JJ's got to make it to the ropes.
JJ fight out of it.
JJ, crawl for your life, JJ.
JJ Blake digging deep to get
Reach,
to those
JJ.
ropes.
Reach.
JJ's crawling, trying to make it to the bottom rope.
You can do it, JJ.
Oh, Pope changing direction now. Crossface cuts JJ off. JJ's right there. JJ's just a hair away from the rope,
away.
but yet a mile away. It might as well be as far as can be. JJ reaches, lunges, and is able to hold on to the rope, breaking the crossface.
You can never discount JJ Blake, no matter the opponent.
Both of these guys giving it everything they got here at Burnout. JJ Blake, whip reverse, Pope into the buckle. JJ has a tenderized lower back from that sharpshooter. Here comes Pope.
Oh, the referee got in the way, and now the Blake end.
Blake end.
The referee inadvertently got in the way of Pope giving the double axe handle. Wisely, he pumped on the brakes, stopping, and the Blake end gave the momentum.
2, 3, no! How in the hell?
Pope kicked out of the Blake end. Oh my goodness, this match continues on. After multiple moments that we all thought this match could be over.
I don't know what JJ Blake has to do to put away.
He's got that Caribbean championship. JJ going for broke.
Maybe he just wants to take a closer look.
Well, he put the title down in the center of the ring, and the referee telling him if it's used, it would be disqualified. Now looking for the Blake end once more. Oh, reversal countered by Pope, shoving JJ into the corner. A boot to the midsection. Oh, big, strong European uppercut, stunning JJ.
Referee getting that belt out of the way.
Oh, the knee pads are coming down. It looks like Pope is getting ready for the Express. A one-way ticket to the Express lane.
Right in that tenderized back cover, and that's it.
Here's your winner, the Pope, Elijah Burk.
JJ Blake making his return to PWF, comes up short against the Pope. But it's clear he wasn't at 100%.
Tremendous effort by both of these individuals tonight here at Burnout, giving these folks their money's worth. The biggest show of the year on the PWF calendar. The Pope standing tall here in the Houston Premier Arena.
Holding his Caribbean championship high to the applause of the PWF faithful. And now Pope giving and showing his appreciation right back to the fans who supported him in his victory here tonight at Burnout.
Well, Trent, I'm looking at the card. I've counted down all these championship matches that we've had, all these marquee matches that we've had. And according to my calculations, there's only one thing left to do.
There is only one more match left here, ladies and gentlemen, and that will be for the PWF Premier Championship. Brick Savage will defend that championship against Mysterious Q. And Mysterious Q was named the challenger after last month's Livewire main event after Mysterious Q defeated Chase Owens.
I told you I ain't coming back. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't have a challenge. Nobody there has given me a run for my money, so why should I even come back? I'm going to keep this belt forever. And I'm going to sit here by the pool with the Premier Heavyweight Championship, and you ain't never seeing me again until you get somebody worthy.
Who could possibly match up with Brick Savage?
There's been something weighing on my mind since I've been out with injury for close to 9 months. There's a new influx of wrestlers coming into Houston, getting opportunities, but I want you to know the reality of this. And I want you to see my face so you know I'm serious. This new wave of talent that's been coming into Houston, championship titles just switching hand from competitor to competitor. I want you to know that's because I was out with injury. Y'all could thank me for y'all opportunity to come to Houston. We have champions talking about they don't feel the level of quality competition here is up to their standards. This has been coming for a long time, but nobody was man enough to book it. So I'm gonna book it. Brick Savage, bring your ass back to my city. I'm gonna show you the level of competition.
You got Mysterious Q who wanted to show up thinking he could run stuff around here. No one cared when you left and got hurt. I sure as hell didn't. No one cares that you're back, Q. The Black Hayabusa, I don't give a about. So, you want to show up to my yard, Brick Savage's home, and you want to challenge for my title, the PWF Premier Heavyweight Championship? Q, let's get this over with. I'm gonna drop you on your goddamn head, and when I'm done with that, and you're gone again, no one's gonna care. See you never. Sayonara. Make your peace. Go f*** yourself.
Undoubtedly, the biggest challenger Brick Savage has yet to face as PWF champion. Will this be the night that Mysterious Q claims that PWF gold? Or will Brick Savage's tour of destruction continue?
Mysterious Q making his return to the world of professional wrestling earlier this year after being sidelined with injury, and he has not missed a step.
Mysterious Q bringing it to Chase Owens last month here at Livewire, calling his shot after that matchup to the absent Brick Savage, who, as I said before, has been sending in videos every time he gets on the microphone, demanding challenge, demanding worthy challengers for his PWF gold. Mysterious Q answering the call.
Well, back in September, Brick Savage had a very impassioned message to Jerry about how there was no competition for him here in PWF, and then even went as far as no showing the last show back in October until there was competition, someone who he felt was worthy of him in his matchup. And that's where Jerry, after the matchup that Q won against Chase Owens, named Mysterious Q the next challenger for Brick Savage here tonight at Burnout.
And you know what? Brick showed up. And now Brick is about to show out against Mysterious Q.
Yeah, you've got to understand, Brick Savage has demanded competition, and the fact that he has shown up here tonight has to tell you something about the level of competitor that Mysterious Q is. Brick Savage doesn't get out of bed for some scrub. Brick Savage doesn't get out of bed for just anybody. Brick Savage gets out of bed to make a statement. And here tonight, they will have their chance.
No matter what you think of Brick Savage, you know there's got to be a certain amount of respect between these two. And certainly main eventing this marquee show on our calendar certainly shows a lot from Brick Savage and Mysterious Q. Tells you a lot about these competitors.
There you see 347 pounds of pure brutality, the world breaker Brick Savage. I mean, he's called for competition. I mean, he's defended that title against people the likes of Robert Martyr, Dmitry Alexandrov, and Corey Constantine. I mean, those are very formidable opponents. To say that there's been no competition, that just shows you the extent of what Brick Savage is capable of inside the squared circle.
The contest is your main event. It is for the PWF Premier Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Q Orleans, weighing in at 257 pounds, representing the Texas Pillars, Mysterious Q. And his opponent from White Widow Valley, weighing in at 347 pounds of pure brutality, La Araña Blanca Demonio, world breaker, and a current PWF champion, Brick Savage.
Main event anywhere in the country. We're blessed to see it here. Main eventing Burnout.
As I said, Burnout is a homecoming for me. The last four, I made my commentary debut at Burnout back in 2021, calling that cage match between AWOL and Hayes. The main events that we've seen at Burnout have been earth-shattering. We talk about that three-way TLC match from a few years ago. We talk about Chris Carter versus Brian Kendrick from last year, and now Mysterious Q facing off against Brick Savage.
Bell has rung. We are underway here. Main event time.
You can talk about professional wrestling here in the state of Texas. You have to mention Mysterious Q, one of the pillars in Texas wrestling. And Brick Savage looking to kick that pillar straight out from its foundation.
Brick Savage, we know, is such a powerful beast, but take nothing away from Mysterious Q.
Yeah,
Q's huge.
Mysterious Q is a strong individual. Large, powerful, speedy. He is the whole package.
Both guys testing each other here with a pair of lockups. Brick getting the advantage out of that one, missing with the chop.
And this is exactly what Brick Savage wanted. He wanted competition. He wanted to test himself as well as his opponent.
There is no bigger test than Mysterious Q.
Yeah, when you talk about the names that stand high atop the scene of Texas wrestling, these two names are the very mountain's tip.
That's right, Jacob. Doesn't get bigger than this. Q off the ropes, duck in a line.
Oh, big hit, scissor takeover by Q on the champion. And now a huge body slam.
I told you, he's strong.
Vintage Q kicking us off here at Burnout. Brick Savage can't believe it, rolls to the outside. Uh-oh.
Mysterious Q.
Watch out, Brick.
Oh, got caught in midair. Brick Savage caught a flying Q. That shows you the power and strength that the PWF Premier Champion possesses, and slams him down, and now taking a seat himself in the front row.
Brick Savage with that Uranagi right onto the side of the ring.
And Brick taking a breather as the referee administering her count up to 3.
Think Brick will take a count-out victory here? Or think he wants to dish out punishment to Q?
I think after hearing that Mysterious Q was Jerry's chosen challenger for this, Brick is looking to send a message not only to Mysterious Q, but to Jerry as well, that he stands alone on top of the mountain of competitors here in the state of Texas in professional wrestling.
Well, it's hard to argue with a guy like Brick Savage. Have you ever tried to argue with Brick Savage?
I'd barely even walk near Brick Savage.
not enough room to walk near Burk Savage.
Huge test here for Mysterious Q. Now, big shot, my God. Those baseball glove-sized hands of Mysterious Q taking it to Burk Savage. Both men still on the outside. Q setting up Savage for another shot.
Q rolling in the ring, breaking the count as the competitors battle on the outside.
Brick rolled back into the ring. Mysterious Q follows. Brick with the axe handle smash.
Now just Brick laying his huge frame on top of Mysterious Q. You got to remember, Q's coming back from MCL, ACL surgery. You know, he's going to try to do things in this matchup to take Burk Savage down, but you got to think, still tender knees, holding up the challenger.
I can tell you firsthand, coming off of knee surgery, it takes a long time, even after you get cleared for physical activity, it takes a long time for that knee to feel like it's 100% if it ever gets to that point again.
I have to imagine that Mysterious Q would not step back into the ring, and definitely would not step back into the ring with someone like Burk Savage if he didn't feel like he was 100% ready to go. Now, can we trust Mysterious Q's judgment? Can we trust the judgment of anybody who willingly engages in a combat sport like this? No.
Cover. Well, we've seen before, Q able to get Burk Savage's 347-pound frame all the way up in a body slam, but right now, Brick is dishing out punishment to Mysterious Q. He might not be able to do that again. He might not be able to do that ever again.
Right now, he just hopes to get back to his feet, throwing those forearms.
Oh my God!
Vicious standing sidekick from Burk Savage.
Glossy-eyed, Mysterious Q down, cover, just a 2 count. Q on instinct alone, able to get back up. Able to kick out after that pinfall attempt. Burk Savage, mind racing with different ways to inflict punishment onto the challenger.
And you can see he's
going after the mask.
Yeah, that mask of Mysterious Q, long part of Mysterious Q's career.
Symbolic of so much that means to professional wrestling here in the state of Texas. I don't think Brick gives a damn.
I don't think Brick gives a damn about much anything, but look at this.
We're looking for a German suplex. Oh, Burk Savage.
Burk Savage going low.
Sherry, and that mule kick from behind taking Q down. Referee did not see how low that kick struck on the challenger.
Well, Brick asked for competition. He's finally got it.
Whoa.
And now,
hey, look at this. Burk Savage going for the turnbuckle, ripping off that turnbuckle pad.
Well, his back is to the camera, but we can see right here at our table, Burk Savage with some wire cutters there, cutting the top turnbuckle pad off the ropes.
Sherry, when checking these competitors for foreign objects, didn't check Burk Savage's knee pads where he was holding those wire cutters, and now an exposed turnbuckle. Now in play in this contest. Now Burk Savage just toying with Mysterious Q.
Yeah, Burk Savage knew exactly what he was going to do walking into this matchup. He had a game plan, and now he's following through with it.
You can see it, there it is, whoa!
Q puts on the brakes.
Q sees that exposed turnbuckle. Pump the brakes for that, and now a big shot to Burk Savage.
Q throwing shots. Burk Savage trying to create separation. Throws that big knee lift to the abdomen of Mysterious Q, and now
Q reverse, double reverse.
Oh, got caught. Oh my goodness, an atomic drop, and it took Q right off his feet.
Onto the tender nethers of Mysterious Q.
Nothing very mysterious about that.
Well, Q holding onto that Cossack spawn, that tailbone area.
Oh my God!
Burk Savage full steam ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Cover.
This is it.
No, Q able to get that shoulder up.
Mysterious Q just eating punishment delivered courtesy of Brick Savage now.
As much punishment as Brick just dished out, that lackadaisical cover right there, not hooking the leg.
Well, in most instances, a lackadaisical cover by Brick Savage is still more than enough to get the job done. The man weighs as much as a small moon.
Fair.
I think Brick might have just forgotten exactly how strong Mysterious Q is. Not to mention how resilient.
Mysterious Q trying to fight back now. Forearms to the champion. Another huge chop from the challenger.
Sends Brick. Oh my God!
Brick is just firing on all cylinders tonight, laying it in deep and hard and heavy.
Mysterious Q's mask glazed over. Not sure if he knows where he is right now. Brick certainly knows where he is, and that's in control of this main event match here at Burnout.
Q with enough wherewithal to at least retreat to the corner. But Brick Savage right there to stalk his prey.
Shoulder check. The wind exploding out of the gullet of Mysterious Q.
Oh, here comes Brick, head of steam. Oh, Q flips over on his back. And now a sling blade by the challenger. Champion going for a kick, a chop for his troubles by Q, and now Q holds
a German
suplex.
Has anyone ever done that to Brick Savage? We may see a first here at PWF.
Back elbow splash connects from Q, looking to roll Savage out, but as you said, Jacob, 347 pounds of pure mass is hard to move. And Q with the blockbuster off the top.
Mysterious Q pulling out all the stops here. We got a cover. Just a 2 count.
Yeah, Brick able to get that shoulder up. Almost a desperate move by Brick Savage. I don't think he's ever come this close to being pinned by anyone since picking up that PWF Premier Championship.
Oh, Q just using the brute force, picking up Q. A power bomb down.
I have never seen Mysterious Q ragdolled like that.
No, by no stretch of the imagination is Mysterious Q a small individual to be ragdolled. But that shows you exactly what the champion is. And a Q cutter! A Q cutter connect! Q got the cutter off the top. And both men are down.
Mysterious Q saw that exposed turnbuckle, was able to get up on that second rope and explode into a huge Q cutter. Now both men are down. Referees count up to 4.
Q is dragging himself across the ring with everything that he has.
Could Q be crawling over to the PWF Premier Champion? Here's a cover. Oh, only a 2 as Q falls just short of a championship reign here to end out Burnout.
Mysterious Q had his best moment, but he was just too far away from Brick Savage to make an effective cover.
Crowd getting into this matchup, trying to will Mysterious Q to his feet. Both men still down. So much taken out of both of these competitors in such a hard-hitting match. Even the train's getting behind it. Rough count up to 5.
It's now up to 6 as Q begins to stir. Brick Savage as well.
Mysterious Q, first man to his feet.
Both men wobbly on weary legs at this point. Q with a shot, Brick returning.
And it could be just one of these shots that's able to put the other man away.
Well, both men literally throwing everything they have into these fists.
Both competitors wobbly on their feet.
Oh my God.
But look. Oh, Brick with that big swift kick to the midsection. Now,
just grabbing the foot and twisting Q inside out. My gosh.
Going after that leg.
Q holding that surgically repaired knee. You got to wonder if that did any damage to it whatsoever.
I don't have to wonder, it certainly did.
Brick Savage. He earned that title, World Breaker. He's about to be the leg breaker.
And now he's going right for that knee. Oh, stretch muffler applied.
Oh no.
Look at that, just yanking him off the canvas.
Look at the power of Brick.
Pure strength. And Mysterious Q
was so close. Brick seeing that now pulls the challenger back closer to the center of the ring.
Just squeezing that cartilage of Q. Q trying to kick his way out of it.
Using that other leg. I mean, it's right there. Now roll up. A roll up by Q.
Not enough. Q able to escape that stretch muffler. And escape a back suplex, flip it out of it. Q cutter!
Q cutter now. Q with the cutter once more. Brick Savage is down.
Q's got to go pin.
Here's a cover. Oh, and a kick out at one.
Kick out at one.
Savage just shrugging off Q.
Q's eyes.
And you could see the shock.
He can't believe it.
Neither can we.
Brick Savage is up. Brick Savage has all the heart in the world.
Nobody home on that splash. Q rolling out of the way. Savage coming in. Oh, Q ducked.
Right in the exposed turnbuckle.
The exposed turnbuckle. Here's a roll up.
3.
Q did it. We got a new champion.
Here is your winner and the new PWF Premier Champion, Mysterious Q.
Trent, I can't believe it.
Mysterious Q taking advantage of the exposed turnbuckle that Savage himself exposed earlier in the match and capitalized with a roll-up, pinning the shoulders down, and we have a new Premier Champion here at Burnout once again.
Mysterious Q proving to Brick Savage that sometimes it's not the best idea to get what you want or what you think you want. Brick Savage asked for competition, and the competition came.
And the competition won.
And now Mysterious Q is the new PWF Premier Champion.
Mysterious Q is the man due to Brick Savage's own undoing.
Oh, Q
my God.
doesn't see Savage attacking him from behind. Well, the match is over, but
he's not called Brick friendly.
No, well, Mysterious Q wins a championship, but at what cost is it going to be now as Brick Savage is absolutely decimating the new champion?
We've seen what an angry Brick Savage is capable of.
Oh, jeez.
The pure disrespect.
Everything I said about
from
respect
the former
is out
champion.
the door.
Sherry getting in there to check on Mysterious Q. We might need to get some assistance to get Q out of the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap. Wait.
Whoa, whoa,
wait,
whoa,
wait.
whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
no, it's Caine. It's Caine Carter.
Caine Carter is here.
Oh, he's cashing in the Ascension Championship.
No way.
Caine Carter is calling his spot.
Oh, it's a weakened champion. This is the opportunity that Caine Carter has been waiting for.
Do your job, Sherry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caine Carter is cashing in
It's official.
his Ascension Championship.
The bell is rung. This match is official.
I talked about Caine Carter being one of the most dangerous men in Texas. And
The
this
Blue
is why.
Thunder Bomb. Oh, a kick out of the Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh, and now Carter, not wasting any time, going for the Carter crossface. The Carter crossface, reaching back on Q. Q is right there on the bottom rope. Oh, look at the lower back, that lower back that's been damaged in the matchup previously by Brick Savage.
Q working his way to a vertical base.
Oh,
He
has
has it
Caine
up.
on his shoulders. Could be going for F16, no, out of it. Oh, Caine Carter ripping around, DDT connects. Here's a cover. And Caine
my
Carter,
God,
we got a
he
new
did it.
champion.
Here's your winner and the new PWF champion, Caine Carter.
We have a new premier champion, and it is Sugar Caine Carter.
Well, Mysterious Q was the premier champion for all of 3 minutes and 20 seconds before Caine Carter was crowned the new premier champion. Carter cashing in that Ascension championship that he has been holding on to and has now turned it into the premier championship.
Caine Carter, the living embodiment of a 100% success rate. Trent.